Dean, there's another question that has lit the internet up.
Oh, I'm unaware.
Unaware. Okay, so here's the question. So 4th of July, Dean, we had the return of the king, the true king of American sports. Joey Chestnut reclaimed the title of the Nathan's Hot Dog eating 4th of July champion, right?
Yeah.
Been doing it for a while, 17 championships, okay? Here's the question. Okay, you get Joey Chestnut and Usain Bolt. They have to eat a hot dog and then run 100 yards. It's like a race, right? Who's coming in first?
Usain Bolt.
No way. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, he's way faster than Chestnut is at eating a hot dog.
I don't think so, bro.
Brother, even if Joey Chestnut ate a hot dog, let's just say 4 times as fast as Usain Bolt, he's not beating him in a 100-yard dash.
How long do you think it would take?
I think by the time
you had to eat a hot dog as fast as like the competition ones, as fast as you could. How fast do you think you could do it?
I would say fairly quickly.
Wait,
okay,
how many
so
hot dogs do they have to eat?
Just one. He does it in about 1.2 seconds a dog.
Yeah,
wait, so they each only have to eat one hot dog?
Yeah, so they eat one hot dog and then run 100 yards.
Yeah,
There's no way.
Bro,
one
I
was
think
one hot dog.
even if Usain Bolt had to eat the hot dog and Joey Chestnut had to start running, by the time Joey Chestnut's at 50 yards and Usain Bolt starts running, he's beating him
There's no fucking way.
100,000%.
There's no way, bro. Okay, so I have a video of a dude trying to eat a hot dog as fast as he could. Now, obviously, the dude's not Usain Bolt, and obviously, this is a very, like Eddie says, I'm picking my data points here, but trying to find people eating a hot dog as fast as they can that are just lay people, it's a little bit of a difficult internet search. Okay,
so let me pull
up.
What are the dimensions of a championship hot dog?
Let's look it up. That's actually a fair question. They're pretty girthy. They're a little Ben Thomas, if I'm not.
Because if you see if you go to
they're pretty fucking big, bro.
If you just go to
that's a BT.
That is a pretty big dog.
That's a big fucking dog.
He's throwing that thing in 1.5 seconds.
Yeah. You think Usain Bolt could eat that?
I think Usain Bolt could eat it fast enough to overrun him.
Well, hang on. Yes. So Usain Bolt runs like sub 10, right? And I would say Joey Chestnut probably like 25. You know, like basically like almost 3 times. So here's this guy eating a hot dog. Okay, this is, and then again, I'm picking my data points here.
How fast can I eat this hot dog? The line is 28 seconds. Joey Chestnut can do it in 5.2 seconds.
He said 5.2, but that's not correct.
Also, he's not dipping it in water. He's not even trying.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know if water was involved in this Joey Chestnut Usain Bolt scenario, to be honest.
But I feel like it can't be that hard. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Just one dog? I don't think water is necessary for one.
Okay, how long do you think it's going to take this guy to eat this hot dog?
No, because that bun's what slows you down, man.
Yeah, over a minute.
Well, this video is a minute long. A minute 20? This guy's a fucking... Yeah,
3, 2, 1, go.
This guy's doing it all wrong. This is embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
Has he ever watched one of these
Is there glizzy techniques?
Yes.
Bro, yeah, but not everyone's a competitive eater, bro.
You get the dog in first.
Yep. While you dip the bun. There you go.
Oh.
Come on. Rookie shit.
This guy's embarrassing.
I see the error of my
I want to see how fast this guy does.
I'm sorry, guys.
What's he doing? He's like thinking about it. Come on, man.
Dear God.
Jesus.
How big is Usain Bolt's mouth also?
Brother.
Wow.
Brother.
Now you have to swallow it as well. You can't.
Zach, do you have hot dogs at your house?
Do we get to see her eat a hot dog afterwards?
Like to test this theory?
Oh no!
Tomorrow on After Dark. I have hot dogs at my house right now.
I was going to say Oxcon.
That would be pretty fun.
This happens at Oxcon.
I say we make 2 hot dogs each.
An earnest attempt.
2 hot dogs each.
Okay. But I don't want to get all this water everywhere. Because it's a pretty messy ordeal.
Okay, so 1 hot dog each. And we just see how fast you and I could, not like a head-to-head, but like
Like in terms of if we were gonna
seconds, I'm housing this dude.
No, you really think so?
Yes.
Okay, but the question
And
is
I have
like,
bun length weenies too. I don't buy the shit.
wow. So
I have a bun
hang on.
length
So
weenie.
so the question is, I need you. By the way, please remind me about to do this because I will pick it up, but I just need to be reminded. Now the question is, do you think Usain Bolt could eat and swallow it fast enough to make up the difference between an average person's 40 yards or 100 yards?
1,010%.
Yes.
No way.
Because one. Now he's not a competitive eater,
That's
but
correct.
the amount of calories Usain Bolt is required to maintain,
to eat,
he's eating a lot. So he's not just a non-average eater. I think Usain Bolt has the edge no matter how you fucking spin this.
Hang on, let's ask
Can you?
ChatGPT.
I was just
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, bro. I think I'm starting to get a little seduced by AI because the last few
Usain
times
Bolt versus Joey Chestnut.
you should just ask it how quickly does it think Usain Bolt could eat a hot dog. We should go there first.
Well, I'm sure it's going to analyze all the data points. Okay, so his 9.58 is his fastest. Now, also, are we going Prime Bolt versus Prime Chestnut? Because this is a difference here, right? He's a little slower now.
I'd say
Yeah, I would say Chestnut's at his peak right now.
Was that
Right
that,
now
that
he's
guy was
fucking
with the big plate? Is that Joey Chestnut with the big plate? Of
Yeah,
hot
yeah,
dogs?
with the big
70,
yeah.
what do you have, 77 or something?
I've never seen
77 dogs, bro. Okay, so
insane.
this says about 5 seconds for Joey Chestnut to eat one dog in this scenario. Usain Bolt is 15 to 20 seconds optimistic. So that means Chestnut finishes 10 to 15 seconds ahead. So he's got 10 to 15 seconds of sprinting, and Usain Bolt has to make up 10 to 15 seconds.
Oh, he'll make that up.
But he's only 9 to 12 seconds faster than a non-athlete. This
That math
says
don't
it's
matter.
25 seconds Joey Chestnut, 26.6 Usain Bolt.
Is that
That's why they
100
play the game.
yards?
You know what would be cool though if Mr. Beast did this, like they paid them to do this, or Netflix. I think Joey Chestnut's
I
taking
think
this.
you get your phone out right now and tweet the idea to Mr. Beast.
But also, you can't do it now because Usain Bolt's not in his prime. I mean, that was what, 10 years ago?
I don't think Joey Chestnut's in his prime.
I think didn't he,
Motherfucker's
I think he
been
had
doing
his
this-
most ever this last.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
competition.
I see what you're saying. That that's
I mean,
Yeah, but you
certainly
can
not
also
physically.
go out on top.
doesn't that play into it though, right? Like, are we talking prime versus prime or current versus prime?
No, you have to go prime versus prime.
prime versus prime. Okay,
Yeah,
I really
I'm
think
still
he could
taking
do it.
Bolt.
Are you kidding me, Charlie? I would fucking. I don't think I could run 100 yards, my guy. I don't know, man. What do you think, Ben?
Why,
You've been quiet.
Why
today.
Usain Bolt of all things? Well, because I missed the intro.
Well, because he's
so
the fastest
I
man
don't
in the
know.
world.
So just because he's the fastest man, you think he can eat a glizzy the fastest?
No.
potentially also?
No.
Ben strolled in late. He didn't get the.
Yeah.
brain
So
I
sorry.
apologize. I
You have
didn't
to
get
eat
the
a hot
preamble.
dog and then run 100 yards. But
That's
he's the
horrible.
fastest ever 100 yards. That's also a good point. It's probably
What
not
did he say?
comfortable. That it
Not
might be
comfortable.
uncomfortable to run 100
Oh
yards.
my god, yeah, that would definitely.
After housing a
but
hot dog?
Bolt could do it though. I'm less.
Bolt could do it.
Chestnut maybe not. Chestnut might
Chestnut's
not be the sprinting.
not
type.
running 100
That
yards.
motherfucker
without
eats
eating
one
a
hot dog and then down 76 more. That motherfucker can run 100 yards on a dog.
Maybe.
I don't
maybe.
think you know what it takes to eat
I
a
don't
hot dog
think-
versus what it takes to
think-
run.
Yeah, I think a
I've ran
professional
in my
athlete
life.
will
I know
win-
it's hard to
will
believe,
win either.
but I have ran.
Yeah.
From
I
the
think
cops
professional
doesn't
athlete will
count.
win.
Okay,
That seemed
Mike.
racial.
That seemed
That
racial,
seemed
bro.
racially
Damn.
motivated.
Already?
That
God.
seemed- White
would've
boy
said
summer
another-
is over.
He would have said another law enforcement agency if he was trying to be racial.
Yeah,
But,
I didn't
true.
say what you were running from. Any police.
Holy shit!
Wow,
Police.
Good police.
it made me uncomfortable when you said police.
Despite nuts
Anyways.
being half my identity, I don't like phallic-shaped food most of the time.
That's not true.
It's also not gluten-free, so hate to see it.
Who do you think would win from us to eat a hot dog then run 100 yards?
Me probably.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
a
No,
trained-
there's
I'm a
no
trained
chance.
athlete. I'm going to the
Marco
gym
would
5 days a week.
fucking. Marco would smoke you. Have you seen him walk
No.
on his tiptoes?
I'm taller
his
than Marco. I've got a
Day
longer.
race.
I've got,
He's
I've got a way
sprinting like
longer
a
leg.
fucking Maniac, brother.
Yeah,
Have
but
you
here's
seen
the
a-
thing. Ben's used to handling that size of meat, so it's it's a total unfair.
I'm a
Easy
tall,
down.
fast guy. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Marco experimented in college.
That's right. Man, I would love to. I would just love to race you.
We will
I feel
race.
like I'm
We will
killing
race.
you, bro.
Dude,
killing me.
Oxcon
I'm a fast guy.
could be going pretty
go.
hard.
Someone's pulling a hammy for sure.
If not, I'll
you
jump
guys-
in the field
you
and
guys
pretend there was a
stretch.
hole.
You had to stretch, yeah. I bet Mike would be pretty quick, dude.
Stretching's overrated.
No, dude,
I
I'm
bet
too
he's
old for that
deceptively
shit.
fast. You'd 3D print a new leg or something if something happened.
My knees would give out.
That's fair. Yeah, we better do it soon. I'm turning 40 in 2 years, Marco.
Well,
Better get
Oh,
it
shut
done
up.
soon.
all right, let's.
Wish I was
let's run
turning
it.
40 in 2 years.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the adult collection. These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
Joey, lock in the auxiliary power.
This is the true form of lore gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
Marco.
I'm Ben.
I'm Mike.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. And the boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. We got Marco, Ben, and Mike. Bro, I feel like it's been ages.
Wow.
I'm excited. I'm excited to chat with the boys.
It's gonna be a good show, bro. And no Eddie here as well. Couldn't get any better.
It
Couldn't
feels
get
like
any
perfection.
better. DVDs are back on the
Okay.
menu, boys.
DVDs.
I love you, Eddie. No, Eddie's watching the Superman movie, right? With his.
Oh, that's right. He got advanced
Yeah.
screening. Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't deserve to watch it before us.
I know.
You know what I mean?
The one guy
I like
that's
to
going
watch
to
it
hate on
before
it
me.
for sure, just for the fact. Just for the sake of it, I think he's going to hate on it.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I fucking love Eddie. He won't. He won't.
I think
He'll
he's
give it-
gonna.
he'll
I
give
think
it
he's
an
gonna
honest
like
score.
it. I think
He'll-
he's
he'll
gonna
give it an
enjoy
honest
it.
score.
I think this movie's going to take a lot of people by surprise.
I think so.
I hope so.
there you go.
And by that, I
See you
mean
on
it's
Friday.
going to fucking suck. I have no idea.
We have a great show for you guys tonight. We have like 7 giveaways for the Patreonies and the channel members today. We got fucking the Clash of the Titans tonight. We got 75,000 subscriber celebration tonight. We're eating dogs tomorrow, apparently. Hot dogs.
Hot
that
dogs.
is. Dean, just to clarify, Dean, before we get into any of this, we have a very special segment that we start all of our bet shows with.
Yeah, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What'd you get new this week? It's in the mail, so I don't have anything currently, but what about you boys?
Wow. Bendito.
Ooh, yeah, nice. So I recently upgraded my channel membership on the Ben Thomas Show, so I don't want to plug it too hard. You can check out all the details on Let's Get Nuts Sundays, but I got my stickers in. So anybody who signed up to be a Nut King, make sure you put in your information in the slide on the show, and I will get you guys your nut stickers. So they turned out pretty good. The Let's Get Nuts ones were way too small, so I'm gonna throw those in as just extras, and I've ordered pretty quite a bit bigger of a size. Ones that are more like 5 inches by I think 2 inches. So yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, they turned out
Massive.
pretty good.
How big were the
So-
original stickers?
These little ones, they were like an inch by an inch or 2 inches by 2 inches or something like that. They're
like, I wouldn't say that's a little sticker. It's like a pretty average.
they
Like,
felt
that sticker could
very
get the
small
job
in hand. I don't know about that. So So anyways, they cost a lot more. Like you called it, Zach. The cost of these to get this set up was kind of ridiculous, but it's a fun thing to do. Dean made all the designs for me over the last year, and it's a cool way to commemorate those and give back to the guys who have been paying into the channel.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for people to get them in hand. Now I've got like a whole bag of stickers. So, and more to come.
Do you mind if I ask? You could private chat. I'm just actually genuinely curious what all the sticker run cost, like for all the designs and the quantity that you needed.
Yeah, so I did 50 of each design because I have about 50 channel members right now, and so I got them at I think about $1.29 per unit. So my first run came in at around $250, and then I ordered another batch of Let's Get Nuts ones for another $75. So I'm just over over $300 invested.
Okay, got it.
So it'll take a year of membership to get it back, but it's so cool.
Is that Freedom Bucks, Ben, or is that Canadian?
Canadian dollars. That was Canadian. Yeah, so it would have been a bit cheaper for you guys. I went through Sticker App, and like it's decent. The back quality could be better. Like I think the Collecting Weekly stickers are better, if I'm being honest. They just feel like a little bit thicker. But like, these are still good. I've had the one on on the back of my cell phone here for about a week and a half now, just to see how it would wear. And there's like no scratching, no peeling, no whatever. So no curling. So, but yeah, in terms of total investment, it was just over $300.
Yeah, just curious. There you go. Shout out to Alvin J with the super chat. Congrats on 75,000. Thanks, brother. Let's see. You also got this is the other bag.
This is just I just threw them all in just for the sake of a fun photo.
It's nice having like swag, I guess, like all of the the physical representation.
That's
cool. Pretty fun.
Yeah, I think people will like them. So hopefully, anyways, give me feedback if you don't. But I can't afford much more. They're expensive.
Eddie is, as mentioned, at the showing tonight, but he got his Boo Bros shirt in. You'll love to see it. Look at that,
handsome
rocking
fella.
the Boo Brotherhood. Did anyone else get a new this week? Mike, Marco? Maybe perhaps I missed it. It's very possible.
I did have, I've sent a bunch from shows that I missed, but I did send this picture last week, and so one that I hadn't pre-ordered popped up on one of the sites that I frequent, and had to snag the deluxe one. So this isn't the one with the extra Venom head that you can only get through Sideshow or the Sideshow Hot Toys exclusive one, but yeah, pretty damn good actually. I'm pretty overall really satisfied with this. It looks really good on the shelf. Yeah, man. It'll pop up other places, I'm sure. There's so many, different variants and such. But yeah, really happy to have it. And the Toby head looks pretty good too. So debating whether I want that to buy the emo Toby set, or if I just have this as a representation.
Did you put this in the show sheet chat? I feel like I don't see it at all.
Last week?
It's probably from last week. It's probably from last week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That's what I was
saying.
So, yeah.
Mike, let me pull up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, even for the link today, I had to scroll for like 12 minutes. I was like, "Where the hell is this link?"
Awful lot of chatting, Shane. A lot of
while you pull that up, Zach, quick shout out to Mike. Obviously I missed last week's show, but last week.
Oh God, don't bring that up again.
The Mike's Adventure World stuff came up, and I had my Let's Get Nuts sign on there.
I'm still recovering.
And I had my pen, which
No,
I didn't. It was not in the box. I still had all the packaging, so it must have come off it during the wrapping session. But in fairness, I am a huge Zelda fan, and I did not notice it was missing the pommel either. So like, if you guys hadn't called it out, I would have been happy as a clam for the rest of existence.
That's
and
crazy.
now that I've seen it, I feel bad for Mike, because he put in some freaking effort in there.
You
and
can't
you guys
stop staring at them.
You guys gave him a hard time. I was like, poor bastard, man.
It's crazy,
it was a free birthday gift.
Well, hang on. It's crazy because you could order for me, and like you might get a small layer line here or there, or you can order for Mike, and like you just don't ever get your item, and then he kind of guilt trips you, and then he sends it again on his dime, and then throws in something, but it's incomplete. So then you have to order again, and then it also might not show up. So. That's the kind of the choice, the calculus you have to weigh when you're getting 3D items.
Oh my God. It was very awesome.
He has to order again.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, I'm
yeah,
not a
that's true. You
dumbass.
keep
I know
them
what I'm
coming
doing.
back.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's
keeps
like
them
it's
coming
like
back.
when you hook up with a pretty gal, you leave something at her house, so she has to come back to meet you for it.
The leave
pro
behind.
maneuver right there. Yeah, the leave behind. There you go.
Mike, can I tell them about my request with you, or is it too early?
Yeah, go ahead. I can't promise you're going to get it, but go ahead.
Well, yeah. So
How
the
many
request I
pieces
put
are
in, the request I put in was for a Han Solo in carbonite, plus paintbrushing, because I am not an artiste. I can cross stitch like a 80-year-old baddie, but I can't paint at all. So we're trying to see if it's gonna, or Mike's trying to see if it's even tangible. But I want to have a Han in behind my Boba Fett, and that sideshow one was like well over $300. So I was like, as long as it's close, I'd be happy with that, as well as a perch for my Batman Begins, like a gargoyle style statue perch. So I think that's pretty cool. So we'll see how they turn out. So. And then Zach, I'll go to you for the next order.
Well, fortunately, that's like
especially
one piece,
if these ones
so
don't come.
You can't really mess it up. You know, the whole thing would be gone. No, Mike was asking me for some painting tips.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I printed a small sample one. It actually just printed. I just got the notification, so I'll get to test some paint apps on it here this week.
Well, when you were like, I'll print it and you can paint it, and I was like, oh, man, it will look like a 5-year-old painted this thing. Like, I'll ruin it by trying to paint it. I'd rather just have black plastic at that point. So
yeah, I might have to just send you two just in case.
There you go. Worst case, send it to me. I'll paint it. Let's see here. You got some sabers, Mike.
Yeah, I got a couple of these custom lightsabers from Art 15, I believe is his whole name. These are the kind of the newer versions, that Neo LED, light up almost all the way to the tip, which is a little different from some of the older styles. And I had them on like all weekend virtually, and they never got anything more than like room temperature. So there's no heat putting off, and the blades are actually just a little bit flexible too, so there's no fear of dropping it and it's going to break or anything. And the hilts were really well done. Also got this SSR head sculpt for my Hono Wolverine. Very cool, very happy with it. I'm still holding out hope that they or somebody else does kind of like that angry, growling classic Wolverine look to put on there. But yeah, this looks good. Nice addition.
There you go.
Zach,
really quickly,
just
Mike.
For
Go
Alan
ahead,
J. This is my cross stitching like an 80-year-old baddie.
I love it so. Oh my god, you made a lot of progress.
Made a lot of progress. So it's like almost 2 feet, like 2 feet by about a foot. So they're huge. But like I've been working on this now since March of 2024. So, but see, like there's a pommel right here. I should have noticed.
Okay.
When it's done, how do you cut it off the loom, or you keep it on the loom?
I cut it out and then I frame it. So it'll be pretty cool once it's done. But yeah, I can't paint at all, but cross stitch. That's the way she goes.
Nice.
So yeah,
very cool.
Sorry, I wanted to show you that.
Just wanted to show this really quick because Mike and I said we compare. So I purchased some sabers from Fusion Reactors. Overall, like the light up looks really good. I'm happy with that. The paint apps on it's a little bent, but the stuff can go back. The paint apps on the hilt, not amazing. So I think that's the only thing that I'm slightly disappointed in. But I kind of knew that wasn't a strength of ordering from him. So yeah, overall pretty good product, but they are expensive. So might have to try Art 15 next time for sure. It looks more bent on camera than.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Curves to the left sometimes.
There you go. I picked up a Titan Labubu Dean. Look at this fucking thing. It's huge.
Huge.
It
came from China.
It did.
All
from
the way.
motherland. This one is actually not like a real one. It's like a replica. They don't make it in this color for this version, but it's pretty cool. It's got little eyes that rotate, so you can position the eyes however you want. It's pretty neat.
They make it in this size, like the actual company, the Pop Mart?
Yeah. So they make them up to like life size, like 5 foot.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Those are like thousands of dollars.
Don't do
but
it.
They're not Labubus, right? They have different names.
Yeah, I think the big one that's like 4 foot, it's Zamomo. That's like the character name, because Labubu is like the character name.
Oh, okay.
And they're all just like the same character but with different patterns. Yeah, basically X-Man, but it's pretty nice Lafufu. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And I also went to McDonald's and got 2 little Happy Meals. I'm gonna go. This was Saturday. I think I might go tomorrow. But I got the phone and I got the little Happy Meal, and it's super cute.
Don't forget the hot dogs.
Yes. Do not.
How'd you order those Happy Meals?
At the kiosk? What do you mean?
Okay. 2 Happy Meals, please.
Like it's a toy? It's a toy that comes with it?
No, actually, okay. So I have incredible charm. Dean will tell you. I ordered 1 Happy Meal, and then I asked the person that gave it to me, I was like, yo, can I get a second toy? And they're like, well, it's like there's cameras everywhere. And I'm like, okay. I was like, I'll just shoot my shot, free will. And then like a few minutes later, he came back and he gave me a second toy. He's like, oh, I heard yours was missing the toy. I was like, my guy, let's fucking go.
That's dope. That's pretty dope. Are you gonna start? You're not gonna start dressing like this. There's no like furry community for Labubus or anything.
Well, I bought a duck
like
costume last year, so there's nothing's off the table.
Don't give him ideas, bro.
That's fair.
Dak, you're undefeated with the "Can I have it?" though. That's amazing, man.
I'm undefeated, bro. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Yeah, what? I did feel bad after he gave it to me because I was kind of just joking, but hey,
There might be a little kid in the world that doesn't get a toy now. They're going to be short 1 Happy Meal toy for some little person.
There's no way. That's not possible.
Yeah. He got fired.
Wow. Okay, I did think about that today, and I would feel bad. I would go back and pay for it if it meant he didn't get fired.
Well, that's good.
Let's see here. Wow, we're half an hour in. Join the channel if you want to become a YouTube channel member. If you join today, unfortunately, you won't be entered into the giveaway because it took a bit to get all that stuff prepped. But you get some loyalty badges, custom chat emojis, and weekly member shoutouts. 2 different tiers, Patreon for 99 cents or $2.99 for the Peanut Gallery. Dean, tonight we're playing Did They Cause Baby, the show where we ask, did they cause baby? We also have some fun things we're doing on the show. Kind of did a little bit of it last week with wagering points for if 2 hosts disagree on a topic. I think we just decided you can wager any amount of points, and I think that was more fun than anything. And Mike went from 30 to 60 points. So let's see here. So that's how you guys can use your points today. So last week we talked about the Superman and Crypto Hot Toys, or was that on After Dark, Dean? I think it was on After Dark.
That was After Dark.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the album by Hot Toys. I actually am just gonna pull up both albums because I think that would be a more fair representation for the panel. Lane in the chat, hope you sweet princes have some good luck for the giveaway. Thanks, buddy. So let's see here. We got a little bit of competition. So Hot Toys dropped their crypto figure. This one is 285, releasing July to December 2025. And you have to wonder if that quick release date is because of the figure that we're going to talk about next. But here's a look at the figure. You got Superman, you got Crypto with Parvo, you got a really nice display base, which I think looks pretty decent. You also get a clear flight stand for Crypto.
Did you say Crypto has Parvo?
It kind of looks like that, dude. That dog don't look right. That dog does not look right. Hot Toys, we mentioned on Wednesday, they're using a sort of a magnet type feature here, which is pretty neat. A little bit of innovation there, which I think is a long time coming because a lot of people do damage their figures suits from having the clamps over time.
I think Marco deserves some points here.
Really? Because he's the magnet boy.
He has been asking for a Superman to be magnetized on the base, to float, to levitate. This might not be, it's exactly what he meant, but
one step closer. One step closer.
One step closer, dude.
There you go.
Credit where credit's due.
I'll give him some points for that.
Bro, it just never made sense to have those clamps on the suit. It's like they know the suit's fragile. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make sense. Find a better way. I'm glad they're finding a better way.
Yeah. So before we get into the comparisons here, what do y'all think of the Hot Toys Superman? I don't hate it. I really think the dog is the weakest part of this whole set. And I think perhaps the plastic material of the base looks a bit cheap. Now I again, not to get a comparison early, but I felt like it looked fine, but then I saw the InArt one and I was like, oh, that looks much higher quality. But yeah, I also think he's fucking way too bulky, but I also haven't seen the movie yet, so could be incorrect there.
Just based on like on-set photos, which haven't been touched up by digital effects, he definitely looks too buff here. But the colors are bright, vibrant. This thing is gonna pop on the shelf. I think it looks fantastic. The likeness pretty strong. The hair sculpt, again, they've been doing really good with hair sculpts. I dig the base. I think the base looks cool. I guess I haven't seen the InArt one because I feel like when I saw it, it was just like a couple crystals on like a square, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Crypto.
It's pretty much that.
You could take it or leave it. I mean, I think there's one that comes without crypto. I'm assuming he's a big part of the movie just based on trailers and like scenes that they showed.
I would like to throw the challenge flag on the version without crypto. I don't think that that's true, but I haven't been paying a ton of attention.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of McFarlane. I'm sorry. You might be right. I'm sorry.
I'd like to wager all of Dean's points. No, I'm kidding.
Wow. I think he yielded.
Yeah, I yielded. What the hell? It's the McFarlane one. There's one with and without crypto. But I feel like he's a important part of the movie. Sorry.
Every clip I've seen is like hardcore featuring that fucking dog. I feel like
right.
Gonna be
So I feel like you gotta have crypto. I don't think InArt or Hot Toys did particularly well with their crypto. I don't think it's their worst looking creature that they've done. But overall I like it. I think it's a huge W for Hot Toys.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good too. It's going to be hard to give too many comments without immediately comparing the InArt one. So we'll try to temper that conversation a little bit. But I think it looks really good. I think your points about the body they used is accurate. I think it's more of the tailoring of the suit. I think the suit in the film just isn't tailored to be this tight on him. So I think that's kind of where the issue is. Your point on the colors is dead on. Again, without getting a comparison yet, I think the colors look much brighter on this one. So that was exciting to see. Suit's not perfect. I posted something on the chats, the Hot Toys fetish with the crotchal area seems a bit extreme. Again, they seem to do that. I also think in typical Hot Toys, the forehead is a little too big on this one. And the coloring on both of them are a little off, but that's all the negative stuff. But all in all, I think it looks great. I think having a wired cape is good. I would love to have a second one for just kind of a, just a drape cape, but I know that'll be an option, sooner than later on the aftermarket. So that's no big deal. The magnet is incredible. I didn't think they'd be doing this. And the fact that they're showing it to be strong enough to go not only through the suit, but also through the cape, which looks to be pretty thick, is a pretty big deal. But I do feel like in typical Hot Toys fashion, they're going to do something to screw it up. Like the plastic around the magnet will have sharp edges or something. So when you stick it in, it's going to start to cut into the fabric, or they'll do something, right? It's always, two
glue's
steps
cheap enough on one of the pieces that it's going to come undone or something.
Something's going to go wrong. But I do appreciate the attempt. And this looks good. I'm going to wait until I see the film before I decide on bringing either one of them home. But it's definitely exciting.
Yeah, we have been hard on Hot Toys, I feel like, at times when it feels like they're cutting corners, when they're rushing things out. But kind of since InArt has been around, it feels like they've been pushed a little bit, right? Like they're doing more exclusives or innovating a bit more. They're still not a perfect company, but they're definitely doing things that we've been asking for them to do for a long time. So number one, putting up a figure before the movie drops, super smart. And I know they've done that before, but feels like they're capitalizing on the momentum. Perfect. And that's probably because we're going to get a battle damage version here, in the next few weeks to months. So that's probably why they're getting ahead of it. But that's awesome. The fact that it's coming out sooner, like we talked about, another check. I'm not so upset with the body proportions. I know folks are saying the InArt one looks way more lifelike, and I think that's true with the Henry Cavill Superman, but I like the really beefed up version, like the really idealized version of the Superman. Like, I think it looks great to me, whether that's screen accurate or not. I think it's just really cool representation. I do agree that Crypto could use some work though. That's pretty rough, but because it's coming out so quick, it's probably, you know, pretty close to the final product at this point. So we don't have to pray for many updates, because likely not going to come. Does it look like Crypto's floating with magnets right there though in the picture? Do we think? I'm looking around.
I had mentioned that on After Dark.
Doesn't look like it.
Maybe, but then
no, there's
like,
no
I didn't
way.
see where the attachment point would be.
Yeah. But imagine if they went that, you know, one that step further and actually had him floating or something like that. Would have been incredible. But at least, again, to Dean's point, they're evolving a little bit here. They're, you know, trying something new. And I'm sure that we'll see a Spider-Man with this similar mechanism. I don't know if it's, you know, part of the body that they put this magnet on, like maybe a back plate, something to make it really secure, but really interested to find out more about that. But yeah, I think overall, of course, like we're going to talk about the InArt one, but I think this is a really nice release. Price is pretty decent too. $285, right? So again, like they're improving in a lot of ways and checking a lot of boxes for like a really solid release. And you may get this depending on where you order from, maybe like a year or so before InArt's version comes out, maybe more. So I think, yeah, in a lot of ways, this is a win, but understand the community is really polarized and people are saying one thing's better. It's kind of exhausting. It's like both are really good options.
Yeah, well said, dude. This was a lessons in patience for me, if I'm being honest, and not giving into hype specifically, because I've been really hyped about this film just in general. I was already craving purchasing something from the film, and I haven't even seen it yet. I almost bought myself the McFarlane Superman the other day, and I was like, no, like I don't need it. Like I want a 6-scale representation. That's what I'm going to want in the display. And I always have a hard time. I have a hard time displaying McFarlane, so I get it, and then I don't know what to do with it. But all that to say, this came out a couple nights ago, right? And I was very excited. And I thought it looked amazing at first, especially. I think the hardest part about this collecting hobby, and it's pretty obvious to say this out loud, but it's it's always the best version until the next one comes out, which potentially is the better version. And so when I saw this first, I was like, yeah, I see Henry Cavill. I see David Cornsweet in that sculpt. I see it. And I even dared to say it was maybe like an 8.5 to 9, maybe even higher at first. It wasn't until I saw the competition that I thought, you know what? It did drop in likeness for me a little bit. But for both options, and we'll talk about the other one in a second, I honestly think you can't go necessarily wrong with either, because I think that the emblem on this suit is better. I don't think it has as much texture as the other version, so it looks a little bit more, from what I've seen, at least from the trailers. It is brighter, but something that I talked about with James Bond last night, and we'll talk about it, a bit about it tonight as well, that lighting and camera work plays such a integral part in blogger photos and how we see these figures. So the competition standing next to it, even in all the comparison shots we've seen that we're going to look at, the other version looks darker and more thematic. But that's not to say that the outfit isn't actually just as bright. It's just that the way that they've shot it is. And so that's a difficult comparison. I do prefer drape capes just in general. And Hot Toys doesn't always have the best track record with capes to begin with. I've replaced every Batman cape I have behind me, but I've replaced them all with drape cape options. So a drape cape would have been a really nice piece for this. I was shocked that we didn't see another head sculpt, but my only other theory with regards to the Hot Toys variant was that I said I would be more interested in InArt, whatever InArt eventually does for this figure, because I didn't expect it to be the very next freaking day. I expected InArt to have more going on in their package. Either additional head sculpts, capes, accessories, didn't matter what it was. I was expecting them to have more in their package, but at the same time then be a much higher price. These options were a lot more comparable than I expected. The price point on this is really good in terms of price point of entry. And I think Hot Toys is going to do what they did with Deadpool. They're going to wait till everybody has seen the film. Then we're going to get a battle damaged variant, or, a laser eye, or whatever. But I would not be surprised if Hot Toys gives us multiple figures. Whereas I still expect that what we've seen from InArt in a minute is going to be kind of what their package is for this character. So I was expecting to see what's it called? Oh my god, a Clark Kent. I'm shocked that there wasn't an alternative option provided right now.
If this movie blows up, bro, just give it time. They'll give us all these characters. Sorry, Zach, go ahead.
as an aside, so this is I misquoted this, and I don't believe I've seen the full context of this clip. But let me see if this is the clip that.
And actually, this is the only one of these in the world right now.
Whoa.
And this is probably the highest detailed version you'll ever see of yourself as an action figure, David. And I got them to send it from Hong Kong so we could show it to you.
Crazy.
What? This is amazing.
Incredible.
Wow, look at this.
What is it like to see yourself in all of these figures in a form like this?
I mean, I don't really see myself in that. That's Superman. That's not me. It's
Okay, I'm incredibly impressed with how, Mike, maybe you can also, because you work a lot with magnets, but how taut it is. I don't know what the word is, but it's not rotating. And typically, like with single point magnets, it'll spin a lot. But I don't think that dude was supporting it when he walked over with it.
This is
amazing. Oh, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, he's got his fingers wrapped around it. But you're right. It's got no movement.
In all of these figures in a form
stiff,
like this.
Yeah.
suit in that miniature figure with so much detail because it's such.
I mean, of course, for the prototype, they could have drilled it in. It might not be that sturdy in the final.
Amazing suit at scale. I mean, it is. That's the suit.
It's beautiful.
It's really
the way
cool.
the cape's flowing as well. And little
hair's
up.
Wow.
Wow, look at
that actress is beautiful.
that. That's so cool. Wow.
I don't think he's holding it. I think he's holding it by the bottom of that
Wow, look at that. That's
Yeah, he is
so
there.
cool.
And
Wow.
Crypto, which
And
is based on your dog.
I know. It's so weird. I said
Okay, I can't. I'm sorry.
I can't stand
him. James Gunn.
Also, it was clipped
Stupid-ass
in
dog.
It was
ears.
clipped of him saying that he doesn't see himself in it. I
That's
honestly
the
think
quote
that's just.
that I had
I think that's
seen, which was
modesty. I think that's modesty. 100%.
Yeah,
He
he's
says-
not.
He says
He's
he
saying he
says
sees Superman. He doesn't see himself.
He says it right
Like,
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he came from a good place on that. Oh, are you muted, Zach? Oh, yeah, I couldn't tell if you were.
Taking a drink.
Yeah.
I think you guys all made great points.
Can I
guess
can I
just-
ask a question about the suit overall though? Sorry,
Yeah,
Zach.
sure.
Just is the suit growing on everyone? Because I know when I first saw it in the trailer, I was like, that's
I don't
like
mind
kind of the
it.
panel lines. Like I wasn't
always-
feeling it, but it's growing on me for sure.
I always kind of missed, like, I know it's silly, like the underwear, like even for Batman, but I feel like that it is goofy, but also like, I mean, it's you gotta fucking put aside like conventions of cool, like when you're dealing with this kind of stuff, you know.
And they have their place.
I think it's such
right?
an integral part of the character, like.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think it's weird that the trunks are so divisive, considering fans
like 'em.
wanted
I guess
Wolverine
trunks is the better word.
But fans wanted Wolverine to wear a yellow outfit for how many movie years? And like they even
Yeah.
joked about it until they finally gave it to us. And that's like the peak form of Wolverine now in his yellow beefed out outfit. Now, is it spandex? No, not necessarily. But how exciting was it to see Wolverine in yellow up on screen? I think the trunks help to make the Superman suit. If you close your eyes, or if you're like anybody who knows about Superman, if you said draw me a Superman, 90% of the time I bet they draw red trunks on it just to show that is Superman. Like it's part of the character, in my opinion. 100%. I'm so excited to see the suit in
Just to
action.
clarify, so yeah, there is certainly more ice on the space. I guess the point that I was trying to make, like this blue here, it almost reminds me, I don't know what the line is, but Vivi has bought these little kids like blind box toys, and some of them come like with this blue, it just looks really cheap, like this blue type of plastic. Or Dean, I don't know if you have experience with this, but like the Bandai Dragon Ball Z model kits where they have the effects, you know, where it's like that hollow plastic. Like I feel like this is just going to be hollow, cheap plastic. Like I just don't really see.
Oh, you
this
mean like
being-
the hologram Darth Maul?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You got this
that's
big ass
exactly
seam line on the side. Like I just don't think this is going to come out well. These are the photos here of the InArt, which is 308, coming out Q2 2026. I would say I have perhaps a bit more faith in Hot Toys to deliver on their time schedule than InArt, but at any rate, they're estimating Hot Toys to come out sooner. The closed eyes portrait was pretty divisive. Obviously, without having seen the film, I don't know if that's like a super iconic scene in the movie. And Ben, I think you nailed it. For me, what I was thinking when I saw these photos is it just comes down to a different photographer, a different studio, a different lighting, different different everything. And, you know, until you have them literally side by side, I don't think anyone is really going to be able to say, you know, one has more better colors than the other. And we've certainly always taken InArt to task at, you know, not really controlling the message properly. A lot of people have mentioned stuff about the logos. Some people saying Hot Toys is better. Some people saying InArt's better. I will be honest, I've looked at the logo for about 10 minutes and I don't really know what people are talking about. But again, I don't really have the eye for the logo or the character, so it's possible that I'm just missing something super obvious.
I think it's the texture on the logo.
It's the pattern.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the texture or the pattern. If you look at the Hot Toys one, it looks like it's almost like closer knit. It almost looks closer knit, so it looks more like a plate. And in the outfit, in the film, you can see that there's texturing, but it still looks more like a plate as opposed to like part of the outfit.
Thank you, Ben. Yeah, I looked at this and I don't know. My brain wasn't working.
And the Hot Toys one seems larger and definitely sits higher on his chest. It's much closer to the cape.
Yeah, and that was something that they fixed on the last Superman also, the positioning. I think my biggest complaint though is the hands. I feel like in InArt's attempt to try to hide a joint, I think, you know, maybe it's just futzing, but it seems like they pulled the sleeve down.
Cavill's hands were
all the way down.
Yeah, and Cavill's hands were so hard to get off on the InArt version too. Hopefully, you know, they make some adjustments there because
this seems much more elegant the way that it's. I mean, there's obviously a joint there. We know it's there, but I mean, I only have one InArt figure, but I did not like the joints compared to Hot Toys. I feel like with the Hot Toy sculpt, it seemed like more of the structure of the hand was hiding the joints. It was kind of like encapsulating it. And this, it seems like they're trying to use the sleeve to hide that, which I don't think is a big deal. I think it can be fixed, but I certainly don't like the way it looks. But when you look at this base from InArt, like it's clear, it's got a little bit of frost dry brushing, a little bit of airbrushing. I don't know, it just seems higher quality. Obviously, there's less of it, and I don't know if less is more here. I like the scale of the Hot Toys one, but I just feel like this seems, and again, it could be photography, but this seems like it will be more substantial in hand. I'm gonna leave some meat on the bones, but we'll circle back if you guys missed this point. But there's a very big exclusion in both of these that I'm really wondering. But Dean, what do you think about this?
Yeah, the sleeves on this figure are atrocious. They're fucking almost all the way down to his knuckles. It's crazy. I like the Crypto actually has a collar and a cape. It's not sculpted into the figure. I think that's really cool. The base, I don't like the base. I feel like, I mean, the figure really takes center stage. So I feel like even if the Hot Toys one isn't as high as quality as you are expecting, I feel like, you know, on display in a DTOF, it's still going to look more impressive than just a few crystals at his feet. The muted colors, I don't know, just based on the movie trailers and stuff, I feel like the Hot Toys one nails it overall. It's so vibrant. And I feel like that's kind of the vibe they're going for, because honestly, the nitty gritty DC vibe that they started with after fucking the Nolan trilogy, like, it's cool, but it's like DC, especially Superman, is like this like bright, hopeful character. I just feel like the Hot Toys one nailed that. I also not entirely convinced by the shape of his head on the InArt. He's very boxed in. Looks like a Minecraft character. Oh.
Wait, what? The shape of his head?
Yeah, look how square.
He got a boxy ass head for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
I can't unsee that. Is it like that in real life?
I don't think
he does
so.
have a really square head. He does.
Does he?
I think it's why he shaves his head. Makes it look more round.
That's Steve, bro.
Yeah.
They're saying the sleeves are accurate. I gotta check.
Yeah, I shared a picture with you, Zach. I shared a picture.
I shared pictures in the group chat. They're not that long.
Bro, can we take a second?
Hang on, what?
Ben got in.
Send me a picture.
Okay, go ahead.
No, and I presented it in StreamYard.
Oh, sorry.
You should. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm dying at Ben getting in that man's psyche. He thought about it. That's why he shaves his head, because he's got a square.
Yeah, how do you possibly know that?
Look how long those are. I think it's accurate. I think you guys are crazy.
I feel like I've seen screenshots where it's much shorter.
It touches the tip of his hand right here. If you look at
That
your
does
hand
not
and that
touch the
sleeve comes
tip
to
of
there.
his hand. I mean,
Right here.
it comes down
right
a
here.
little on the outside.
100%.
It's down.
It looks more like a gauntlet
bro,
than it looks like
Go back to the InArt. It's fucking hugging his thumb, bro. You're fucking out of
No
your
way.
mind.
No
Look
way.
at it. Bring it up.
Challenge flag.
I'm challenging. I think this is accurate.
How many points are you putting up?
Look how
it goes to this part of his hand right here, right? So
yeah, on the top. Look at InArt.
Not the knuckles.
All the way down.
It's not the knuckles. It's like here. That's where it goes to.
Look at the InArt.
Hang on.
Bring it up.
Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to. The streamer doesn't let
we got
you
a
do it so
wager.
elegantly.
What are we?
Yeah, what's the wager?
Points?
Well, Ben's the one throwing the
I'll
flag.
get 2 points. 2 points. 2 points.
Two. Oh, I don't even got a bet.
Is that not
for
good
this.
enough? All right, 10
InArt,
points.
It's
10
coming
points.
all the
It
way
goes-
down
it
his
goes-
thumb. Look at
Yeah,
his
wait.
thumb, brother.
His thumb is right on the left. Look at that thumb on the left. It's coming right above his thumb right here.
And
on,
go
let me see
back
if
to
I
go back to Ben's. It doesn't go near his thumb like that. The whole fucking sleeve is shoved all the way down. It doesn't have the shape like it does in the movie.
Ben, can you private chat that website there, please? 2 points, brother.
I don't have that many points to lose. But tell me what you guys think. Chat.
Let's see.
I'm wagering 10 points.
I think Dean is correct.
Oh, you bastard! That's because you guys been.
Look
friends
at how
for a while.
high.
You know what it is? Yeah, it's
way
the cut,
up here
Ben.
on his.
It is the cut. You know what?
Yeah.
It is the cut. You're right.
Yeah.
That is true. Okay. No, Dean's right. It doesn't come
A
as far
man
down on
can
the thumb,
only-
but it
hang
comes
on.
down high on the
I
back
think-
side.
I think
Yeah.
we 5 points
think-
apiece. I think there's a middle ground.
Yeah.
And if you turn if you turn
He's a
your hand
10.
in the suit, if you turn your hand in the suit, would it still not be then?
But I
point-
think I think it's also like that thing, right? Like where you could look at 10 different scenes and it will be in 10 different places.
You're probably not.
100%.
All right. 10
You know, this
points.
There's like a
conversation
hero
reminds me.
suit. then
Yeah,
the-
exactly. Like
yeah,
in Blade Runner
okay.
2049, there's the coat that goes down almost to like his calf, and then in some scenes it's like his thigh. Like it's
This
totally
is why I don't
different.
gamble, boys. This is why I don't gamble.
This conversation reminds me of a certain someone you'll see on OSR, and they got screenshots of every little fucking
idiot?
detail.
That idiot.
I'm just saying, we're getting dangerously close. We're getting dangerously close. I'm not naming
Is
any
he entered
names,
in the
but-
giveaways?
Yeah,
banned,
he's the
bro.
favorite so far.
Ban, bro.
Look here, Zach. Here, I'm gonna DM you one.
Like it's pretty far down in this picture.
It is.
Yeah, I think it's just the cut. They didn't match the cut.
Like
from
look,
what
Dean,
it still
it's,
has.
it's really far down in this picture.
Yeah.
It's almost further in this picture.
There was one where he like looking up, closed fist, kind of. That one. No.
This one. Look at how fucking
Brother,
far that
that's
sleeve is.
fucking halfway
That's
down
true.
his
It does.
arm.
It looks like he's got his thumb looped through
Like,
it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's
the
like one of those
running
winter
thing.
coats.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you don't lose your winter coat. You got to loop your thumb through it.
There you go, Jordan. Jordan knows.
Man, I couldn't afford to lose 10 points. You hate to see it.
Well, you did. So.
How many
I'm gonna have
points
to
does
start
he
coming back
have?
to more shoes. I only had 48 points to begin with. I've been here for 3 years, and I've only earned 48
Hang on,
points.
time out.
I clearly
The
make
points
terrible
have
points.
reset a number of times. The points are not cumulative of the whole time you've ever been on the show. They've
Earlier
reset,
today,
like,
you said I had a
10
good
times.
point about Hot Toys Superman. I heard no dingle. Okay.
Wow.
I gave you the points. I gave you the points. I didn't dingle. I gave you the points.
Now we're begging for points.
If there's no dingle, it
You hate
doesn't
to
happen.
see it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what she said.
Check the tape.
God damn.
Here they are compared, and fuck, dude, the Hot Toys is a fucking monster.
Look at his
Yeah, how
jump.
fucking huge he is, bro.
Does anyone like kind of love that though? Like I want my Superman to be
His big
freaking
junk?
jacked.
Yeah,
That's.
I feel
I
like.
said
Oh,
that
the
too.
junk.
Bean
Yeah,
tube,
that
bro.
too.
No, that's the big. They got the
Wow.
Big Ben mod. That's the Big Ben mod.
I think
If you're gonna,
honestly, at the end of the day, I think you could go either one and be happy. Like
Exactly.
the InArt's not bad. It just has like tiny little nitpicky things. But like I could probably also nitpick a Hot Toys one too into Oblivion.
sure.
Like
But do you want the one with the way worse crypto? Like, I think if
That's a
they're
good
both
point.
pretty comparable.
I think that both cryptos look like shit. If I'm being fully 100%.
No,
I
InArt's
don't really
crypto
like
looks
either of
pretty
them.
good.
InArt's is better. InArt
Yeah,
is
it's
better.
of best of the worst. Yeah.
I think
I honestly think the
Hot
boys
Toys-
could print me a better one.
I think Hot Toys cooked
Would be
on that
painted.
sculpt, bro. Compared to the inner, honestly, I think the Hot Toys
I think Hot Toys got the S curl right because he wears it more off to the side like that than the InArt one does.
Well, and what I was going to say comparison-wise earlier was that when I said I expected that InArt would give us more, what I didn't expect was that the price point was going to be so comparable. You're getting 2 head sculpts with the InArt version for, what, $27 more, like, at least retail. Now, keep in mind, obviously, like, you can get this from Sideshow Hot Toys one a lot easier and not have to worry about overseas third-party distributors. Like, I saw, like, my 1/6 kit order was instantly more expensive. But I would say it was still only, like, $60 to $70 more expensive. And again, you get 2 different capes, including the drape cape that I want, and an additional head sculpt. I do think the likeness is better. I like the Hot Toys suit a little bit more, but like not enough to keep both pre-orders. And that's what I was going to say earlier about patience, was that I pre-ordered Hot Toys night 1 and then pre-ordered this guy InArt day 2.
Damn.
So now I have 2 pre-orders of this guy. So I think I'm going to
Crazy
get them
work,
both in
Ben.
hand so I can compare them, and then I'll give one away on the channel.
What would you
But,
take?
like,
What would you
take it.
do
I
with
have
the?
I'll take the other one, Ben. I've called it.
Oh, I said
buy the other one.
If your duck wins the race, you know what? If you'd voted with me on the sleeves, I would have fucking considered it. But you went with Dean. You went with Dean. I lost 10 points because of
Do
you.
you want me?
That's it.
I'll give you 10 points right now.
No more free shit.
Yeah, I'll give you all my points.
Wow.
I wager all my points for a free Superman.
Yeah. And
Ben,
crypto is better,
Ben,
for
it's
sure.
easy. It's easy fix. Just use your eyes next time.
Oh my god! Do your
Now,
homework.
do we know if the crypto, if his collar is like kind of mounted, this little S part, or if it's hanging like you would imagine a normal dog?
I'd have to watch the trailer again. That's what I don't want to do.
I'm pretty sure it hangs.
I can probably
The
just
collar?
Google crypto.
What the hell,
Oh, it's a
bro?
bad fucking picture.
There we go.
It looks.
Yeah,
like
please no Superman spoilers. I know a lot of people are just getting back from the theater, but
it's dangling.
love
It's not
the
mounted.
excitement. Okay,
It's dangling,
Yeah.
not mounted. Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's you do see the whites of the eyes on the InArt crypto,
X-Men,
or like at the
I'm
corners.
I got a
which
lot
is
of
more
shit
accurate.
that I'm managing, bro. I can't just be pulling shit.
That's what I was
up
gonna say. The
willy-nilly,
eyes
bro.
on the InArt one look much better.
It does.
Is anyone exhausted by the Hot Toys versus InArt comparison, or that's just kind of the name of the game?
Well, to be
I think if
fair,
they're both coming out back to back,
Yeah,
roughly
this is the
if it's not
first
it's not
time.
like $600.
this is the first time that one, Hot Toys isn't way ahead of InArt, or two, like it's a figure that Hot Toys has already done. These two are actually going back to back. Like,
How close were they on the Batman figure? That one was pretty close too. I mean, not within 2 days.
It
like
was
this,
a
but
few, I think a few months.
was it?
We can't afford a board operator, Charlie. We're fucking trying our best here, bro.
Wow.
I am the board operator.
Sorry,
I am the
did you not
board.
see it? Did you not see it?
No, I brought
I
it
think
in. What are you talking about?
I think the
It's
InArt
dangling.
dog looks much better.
Oh
No,
yeah,
we just
night
brought
and
it up.
day.
Wait for Star Ace. Like,
And I don't think it looks bad either, though. I think it's like a good representation of crypto to me personally. But
I
yeah,
just
no,
don't think he's this fucking big. I mean, he's
I-
not a huge guy. Like the fucking Hot Toys, the motherfucker looks like
Yeah.
fucking Ben Affleck in the suit.
he has arms don't even fit in the sleeves. He needs the InArt ones.
Look at how
'cause they're so much
fucking-
bigger.
Yeah,
It's the InArt one.
But see, I think the Hot Toys one still looks more like this photo, whereas I think
I
the
think
InArt
you're
one looks
right,
a little
Ben.
bit more like
Yeah.
the other photo, which is weird, eh?
I think the Hot Toys looks better on both of these. Just these two
Both, yeah.
photos in particular.
I agree.
I do think that the InArt sculpt is, in my opinion, more technically
Like David Corn sweat looks more
like the
like him.
technique. Like look at how fine this hair is. Really beautiful. And not that Hot Toys hasn't improved greatly in this area, but it just looks so realistic. Like the hair, I really like the hair sculpt, and I know that's not the biggest focal point.
Can we
I
can
don't
we
know,
at
in
least
these two
admit?
photos? I'm seeing Hot Toys more. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry, no. I just tearing off of your point there. Can we just admit that it's a little bit closer than people are really letting on? I'm seeing kind of
I think so.
a lot more
Oh, for
InArt
sure.
killed it. They're
100%.
way superior. I'm like, it feels
I
a
can't
lot closer.
unsee this
Obviously,
fucking the symbol here. That's crazy.
Right, the patterning. Yeah,
Yeah. And granted, like to InArt's credit, a lot of people were doing like the lines on the belt where like Hot Toys is just kind of more straight across, and the InArt does have that very subtle V with like the cut-ins. I think that's better there
And
as well.
the loops, I think that's what they were pointing to in that picture that you shared.
Oh yeah.
Zach.
They're
It's
on
the
like double
loops.
layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what pisses me off though? Part of my calculus of getting the Hot Toys as fast as I did was that I was very much expecting InArt to come out with their Christopher Reeve 2-pack Superman that they'd shown however long ago, and I expected them to get to David Corn Sweat, but I didn't think they were going to do it right away. Figured they'd let Hot Toys kind of burn themselves out. Obviously, it's the hype train and potentially the license, right? The license might be like, you need to make this right freaking now. But I'm still really excited to see InArt make the Christopher Reeve Superman option. So I was kind of banking on that I'd have a little bit of time with this figure with the Hot Toys before I might change it out. So, but no such luck. But honestly, if it's not limited, if it's not, no worries. If it's not limited, don't buy right away. That's my lesson to my own self as of right now. I gotta just be like, wait a few days, see what happens, see if you still like it as much. Because we talked about canceling pre-orders today, kind of in our private chat. Marco was asking me, well, like what my calculus is on why I would cancel a figure before it gets released, right? But who wants to do that? Who wants to throw money away? I don't want to throw that $30 away. That's why I'll probably get both, but still.
Yeah, you got to at least wait to watch the film, though, right? I mean, the perfect example is the next figure we're going to talk about.
Dude, I literally
have
have
two hating a film.
I almost feel that way about Squid Game season 3 because the 4, 5, 6, you know, that went up kind of mid season 2. Now that we have season 3, it's like, you know, I don't know if there's people that would change their minds. You know,
I have already a Superman T-shirt ready for the movie, and I've got 2 figures on order. I haven't even seen this thing. What if I hate the movie? I just like get out of there, like burn the pre-orders, burn the T-shirts. It's done.
That's the video we need, Ben.
Yeah, there you go. If I hate it, I'll rip the shirt off in the parking lot.
We got the Joker blogger photos, and I will be honest, I don't like the way that these look. I also don't. I don't know. It just looked kind of jarring going from both of these pictures to this. It's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like I'm just kind of over this. Like we had 5 years of third-party figures, and then a really great InArt release, and then I'm just so glad that this is. I hope the last figure we'll see of this for a while. This looks really good. This picture does look good. I don't know. The picture on the right just looks kind of silly. What the hell, you? The hot takes,
Crazy,
bro.
Man. Yeah, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. This figure looks
really, really.
I think it does.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of this character in all forms.
Mm-hmm. I think you nailed it in terms of the fatigue from the character, especially after the second film, right? The second film didn't land with a lot of people. I actually liked the second film a lot more than I expected, mostly because most of my friends, I think with the exception of Marco, were like, oh, this movie's terrible. And so I watched it on the plane on the way to Las Vegas, and I had a great freaking time with this film. But it didn't make me want to buy the figure.
Yeah. Where were you going?
I didn't.
He went to Vegas.
Las Vegas.
FIFA Las Vegas.
FIFA Las Vegas. Don't worry about it. Zesty Ben today. But no, I this is the figure that I canceled, but a couple months ago. And after canceling it, I canceled it because I was thinking I wanted all Jokers and I wanted all Batmans. But then I was thinking after InArt produced such a large quantity of their options, right? Like there was the 4-pack and the 2-pack, and then you could get, I think, singles, right? Like there's a lot of these Jokers floating around. And after the popularity dipped on that second film, I was kind of banking on the fact that I could cancel this now and still probably find one on the secondary market for decent, in a year from now or a couple months from now when I've got the spare coin. But I ended up canceling this and taking the money that I'd already paid off and immediately sliding into the Blitzway DeLorean Mark II. So it felt like something that I want more in the collection than this character. But I still definitely see Joaquin Phoenix in this. I think this is a fantastic sculpt. I thought the proto was great, and honestly, I don't see much of a downgrade at all. I'm over the Artisan hair thing. Like for me, the Artisan hasn't been coming out, in my opinion, as good as I think that they wanted it to. So like, I think the sculpting here looks fantastic, and if I was still getting this, I'd be stoked. Honestly, I felt a little bit butthurt that I'd canceled it after seeing how good it turned out. I thought.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in this figure regardless, and I don't really have an eye for it, so I can't speak too much on it other than just what's jumping out at me is, again, typical Hot Toys things, right? I think the hands look too big, and maybe a little too waxy, almost a little cheap in some of these pictures. And I know this is, Joaquin Phoenix we're talking about, but the forehead on this figure is fucking enormous. And I just can't stop looking at it. I mean, it's just, you see like a normal sized forehead and then the paint stops and you get more forehead before his hair starts. So it just looks
It's got
too
that
much
fucking
to me,
Vegeta
so,
head, bro.
Yeah.
Paint stops and then there's more forehead.
Right? So it's an easy pass for me.
I still see it. He has a huge forehead. I mean,
he does. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I know it's Joaquin, but still.
God damn.
That's a lot.
It is a lot of forehead. You're not wrong. I still see it.
There you go. Anyone else have a take on this? I'll move on.
The Joker King's got nothing to say? Wow.
Well, I guess I can go in there really quickly because the reason why I asked Eddie, does he still have it on pre-order, is because I saw a few pictures and I was like, damn, this looks pretty good. And I liked the fact that you could just get one, right? The whole 4-pack or 2-pack, it felt like a lot. Obviously very expensive to have the one, but with the chair, with the cigarette, I'm like, that looks pretty damn good. Especially, I didn't love the first movie. In fact, I really did not like the first movie at all. Enjoyed the second movie. I know I'm the outlier. I know I'm probably, a very small percentage of people that, that's normally reversed. So after, enjoying the second one, I'm like, this is it's a cool look, right? It'd just be a cool, unique Joker to have on the shelf. It's still not my Joker. I still don't think I need it, but if a friend was getting rid of a pre-order, I potentially would have jumped on the Artisan, but yeah, definitely not a need in the collection for sure.
There you go. Let's see here. We have the Iron Man Mark III Stealth Mode version 2.0. Not my favorite Iron Man color scheme, but I know this is a really popular armor and color for a lot of people. Wondering if any of you guys are interested in this. It's not for me. It does look good, though. I think it does look good. It's been a while, I think, since we've gotten this colorway as well.
Was it? They did the comic suit in this, didn't they? Yeah, I mean, Hot Toys is fucking really dialed in doing an Iron Man, right? Like, I feel like even the fucking stupid ones that they do still look amazing. So yeah, this looks great. I know a lot of people love this color on Iron Man, so it's for someone out there is excited.
Yeah, a perfect one for them to do a limited release, right? Like if this was a standard release, probably not much buzz, but they're going to get, I'm sure there's fatigue, right? Whether this is a stealth drop or whether they do the full-on queue, but they're going to get some buzz around this, and I think these are perfect little ones, the color variants to drop, just Jordans, right? Just drop this on a random Friday, get people thinking about Hot Toys, and get the really hardcore Iron Man collectors excited, and then for the rest of us, we can say, not for us.
Yeah, I thought the first version of the stealth suit was a different armor, though. I didn't realize this was. I don't think it was Mark III, was it? Which is weird that they called it then the 2.0 as a result. I could be wrong on that, but I didn't think it was the Mark III suit. Clearly, they had an overabundance of Mark III suits, I still think, from their initial run, right? Because all of this seems to be as otherwise a repaint option. But I think this is where exclusive can win out, because the people who are hardcore Iron Man fans will go after an exclusive, and I think that creates the market for it. And the rest of us who just see another Iron Man here go, that's pretty cool, and pass. If it wasn't the collecting life we've experienced over the last couple of years, where there is something that I want virtually every single week, then the things that look cool would be more appealing to come to my collection, because then I'm like, that's freaking cool, it changes up my display. But because there's just so many things that I want and still can't even get everything that I want, like that Joaquin Phoenix, I want that Joker, but I still had to pass on them. So like, this isn't going to take a priority over like a B character that I'm like trying to nudge into that A tier. You know what I mean? Like I can't justify the coolness. And usually the figures that I've put in my display because I thought they were cool, like Batman Beyond, for example. I love Batman Beyond, that it was one of the first figures I ever sold because I just could not find a good place for it in the display. So you have to plan out your display, right? I think most of us try to do it, but if you don't have any like vision for your display and you're just collecting for the sake of collecting figures, then eventually you're going to get overwhelmed by all of the possible directions, and it could burn you out, whether it's your wallet or your opinion of your own displays.
Philip wants to pair it up with his stealth suit cap.
That'd be cool. See, that's good vision for it though, right? Like that's awesome.
Now we're talking. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Ben, you're 100%. That's how I felt. What was it last week with the Azrael Batman? I saw it and I thought, this thing's so cool. I want it. But then I stared at the collection and thought, where's it going? Do I want to spend that $300 on this or something else? So, so ended up passing on that one. But yeah, this one, listen, if there's anything that Hot Toy can do, it's Iron Man, right? I mean, we can critique, the foreheads and the hands and all that. But I mean, they know how to do their Iron Man. So if you're into this and you're an Iron Man collector, I'm sure this is awesome. I think Marco, we talked about it over the weekend. If this is one of these figures that's, is a priority to maybe the Asian market, which we know that they're big into Iron Man. If this funds other things, all for it. I'm happy to have more figures that I'm not interested at this point because I'm just getting overwhelmed the last 6 months or so with pre-orders. So happy to not be interested in this one.
There you go.
And a differentiator in our collections, right? Not everybody then has the same display. When we get eventually to see those yearly collection tours, everybody's got a little bit something going on, and that's worth checking out. What were you gonna say, Mark?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, like, in a perfect world, I would get this for sure. Like, it is cool enough.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, definitely like not a need at all. I know I missed the Nightfall Batman talk, but if they ever did a Bane from that line,
oh my gosh,
would be so good. Would be so good.
I've got it literally right here in front of me.
Yeah.
Check this Bane out.
Nightfall?
This thing. Yeah, look at this. Look how freaking big this guy is. He's huge. That would be wild.
Yeah.
That would be wild. But again, even like some of the artwork around Bane, see if I can flip to it super quick. Probably can't, but yeah, I can't find it. But he's like, it's cool. It's really cool.
There you go.
I agree. I wanted that Nightfall Batman too, Mike. I agree with you on that one. Here, they're not as crazy, but you can see kind of what he looks like there.
Yeah, that'd just such a cool look. Like, just such a class look.
Yeah. Clone Commando Gregor was shown as well. This one is a Hot Toys exclusive. I really like this armor. I really like this character. I just don't think I have it in me to purchase this clone. I feel like I'd rather have it in TVC or Black Series. I feel like I just don't need this in Hot Toys. Not for $300 plus. It is really cool. It is one of those ones that sucks to miss, and I think it is a Clone Commando that, you certainly could, full ensemble team, you can have him on the shelf by himself because that's kind of his shtick in the episode.
Right.
But yeah, it's a wonderfully done figure. I think, again, I'm not the guy that's going to sit there and measure each armor piece and tell you, oh, well, this could be better, or there's a guy on the internet doing it better. I mean, it looks visually fine to me. But yeah, this one does suck to skip out on, but I think I got to think about the collection and the direction that I'm trying to take. I don't really think a random one-off Star Wars character really fits that collection, but it's a cool figure, no doubt. And I know, like Alvin said, a lot of people are trying to get this for trade bait. And it's kind of nice. You don't have to, it's not a figure that you have to worry about collecting for other characters to have it on the shelf with. So certainly a good one for me. I think it's a good exclusive. Just, I think I'd rather have it at a $15, $20 price point at TVC or $20 to $25 at Black Series.
Yeah, Gregor's a pretty important clone commando. Putting it exclusive, I guess it makes a little more sense. I still would prefer if they didn't, but like we saw them doing with the Delta Squad, putting them as exclusives is fucking annoying because you need all four, right? But with this, like you said, he's not part of an ensemble cast. He's kind of in a remote location, kind of on the lam. It isn't until Rebels when he's like an old man that he's with Wolf and Rex. So, to have him in a figure form, I think is needed, and we got it, which is cool. Still mildly annoying. He's behind the paywall, or not paywall, but exclusive. I don't like Gregor enough to fucking jump in a queue and try and get it and fight everybody else trying to get it. But it is cool to see it. I love the paint detail with the little hash marks and the camo. I think it looks badass. I like it.
Yeah, this is one that I was like, definitely don't need. Looks cool, but I have no attachment to the character. I've so far gotten all this iteration of these type of clones, and so it's like, should I continue to add on to them? But they've done too many too fast, right? Unbelievable. It's
Crazy,
the WoW
right?
all over
it's
again.
The portal. It's the portal. It's fucking. He's in a different dimension. Fucking guy.
Yeah.
Dean's definitely the WoW guy. I'm just letting you know.
Dean's 100%
not
the
the
WoW
WoW
guy.
He's probably playing fucking some anime game on his phone and is wowing all over the place.
Try to gaslight us all to say it wasn't him. Anyways, yeah, this is just going to be a victim of looks cool. Don't think I need it. Yeah, and another one that I can hopefully pass on. Sorry, Ben, you're on mute.
You hate to see it. Good etiquette. I was trying not to breathe into the microphone. This is an example of I'm happy I actually did my homework on this one, because I'd only up till this point, or I should say recently, I'd only seen the first 2 seasons of Clone Wars. So I didn't know who half the characters were that kept getting shown and announced. And I think this guy shows up somewhere in season 5. I think it was season 5 where you first see this guy. And he was a lot cooler of a character than I would have given him credit for if I didn't know who he was and just looked at the slide. As a result, I think the outfit looks great. I think the paint job looks freaking awesome. I don't need it. I don't collect any of the clones, but it's kind of goes into the same boat or, kind of area that we were talking about just with with that Iron Man, right? Similar kind of thing. An exclusive Iron Man. The people who collect all the clones or collect all the Iron Mans, they're going to be excited to fight this one out, and this will differentiate some of their clone army displays, which I think is cool. They executed it well, kind of like you said earlier, I think it was Dean, or Marco, that like, hey, you know what, they can nail an Iron Man, there's no question of that. They can clearly nail these clones as well. They look fantastic every time they're in the display, and they come right to life. So I think this is awesome. Definitely just not for me. But X-Men Supreme with the $5 super chat says, anyone know if there's an actual reason for the tally marks to be all uneven on his helmet? Like, some add up to 4 and some add up to 6. WTF. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. I don't know.
I never noticed that, actually.
Yeah, well, maybe he's trying to scratch him while he's killing people, so he loses track of his count while he's doing it. Because, like,
that's how I felt that day.
How do you tally this shit out?
How do tallies
It
work?
was a good day. 4.
Universe?
That's right.
Thanks, X-Man Supreme, because fuck, that's all I'm going to see now. And I don't know if I'm... That really has me rethinking if I want to get this figure.
Holy shit!
My OCD is going to trip over that like fucking crazy. God damn it!
Add some more add some more marks.
Oh yeah, I may have to.
Black Sharpie.
Mark's Adventure World.
Shit. Yeah, but I was intended to go for this figure because I really dig the look of these commandos. Yeah, it sucks more so that the Delta Squad guys are limited than this one. I thought that was messed up from the beginning, but I definitely want to get those 4. Because they're limited, I'm going to try and get this one too. And if there's some off chance down the road that maybe I need to trade him to finish the Delta Squad, I might have something like that going on. So who knows? But yeah, those tally marks are really going to stress me out now. So.
The tally marks really bother me because, like. There's
the
not
4's
that many
okay, but
marks.
why would there be 6?
Like, you imagine this guy's killed way more droids than this, or like Rex. Like, I feel like his numbers never change. Motherfucker's killing like 20 droids an episode. Motherfucker be covered in tallies.
Well, maybe it's not just droids, right? Maybe it's like super commandos or something.
I thought someone said each mark was 10.
Oh my god, Dean, that's that fucking shit, bro, that I hate. You know I hate that stuff, bro.
Yeah, I know, but like you said, they kill so many.
I've never heard of that.
There's so many droids that it's like, you wouldn't have enough armor to write down all your things, so they like condensed it.
I mean, each one is 1,000. Each one is 100. Like, it's just stupid as fuck. I fucking hate that about Star Wars. It's so.
That still doesn't make sense as to why he would have a set that was up to 6.
It doesn't look like it's a figure.
Maybe each one is a mission, right? Oh, I killed 60 in this mission. It's not just like all together.
You guys are sounding real casual right now.
Look at reference photos show it the
dorks.
same way, so it wasn't like a Hot Toys mistake.
Yeah, good point, Ben. Dean, money where your mouth is? You said you were fucking day wanting this, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited.
No Time to Die, James Bond.
God damn it, get that thing out of here.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh, that's amazing.
Jesus.
Wild.
Why don't you explain it for our listeners?
Yeah, so this is the James Bond. What do they call it here? Commando outfit from No Time to Die.
Oh, back-to-back commandos.
Wow.
Oh, it's like someone making the show sheet had this shit thought out. I
am also going Commando.
Wow, me too. I will be honest. While I think this is the more iconic look for this film and, you know, the marketing posters, and I guess I don't know if this logic really makes sense because you can't really say if we're only getting one Daniel Craig because we just got 2 in the span of a month. I just feel like if I had to pick one, I'd still pick the tuxedo one. I still can't fucking believe you guys said he's not a handsome guy. I actually can't get over that, to be clear.
He's still dog ugly, honestly, in my opinion.
But I think this one suffers from in the same areas that the other one may have, where I think the portrait is weak. You know, I think the strong point here is the weathering and the outfit. Yeah, I don't know.
That's a weak portrait.
I don't think this really looks like Daniel Craig that much.
I think the battle damage helps.
I think it helps for sure. It's certainly
Bro, the one up there in the middle on the left, bro. That's Daniel.
This one here?
Yeah, dude, I'm looking right at him.
It's a good sculpt.
It's like David Craig.
It's the same fucking sculpt that we all bitched about. I don't think they really improved it between this one and that one. And if they did, then there was a lot of bitching. I think Pete pointed out as well in the network chat, these glasses are huge. This fucking spectacles, bro. These frames or whatever you call these things.
And that size, those are goggles.
I don't know. I guess, like, if this is now on the table, it's like, dude, I'd rather wait for a fucking Casino Royale version. Like, how do we know when they're going to fucking stop?
Unless it's just the No Time to Die license.
That's true.
Can you imagine if that's the case?
That's true.
In which case, Charlie the Unicorn called out needing a ballerina, right? Because Anna de Armas is in this film as well. And so if we do get her in figure format, that'd be cool to get her from this movie as well. I could see it as a third.
Okay, I'm confused. Go back to where all the photos are together. It says different display options, and it's showing his feet. What is that?
Yeah, because you can tuck in the pants, or you can untuck the pants, basically.
Can't you do that with every figure?
I mean, if the boots are loose enough, I guess you probably could. But
I hate that.
Okay.
It was weird because Dean, I see Daniel Craig in this sculpt way more than I saw it in the Tux sculpt, and I think it's the same sculpt. I think it's exactly the same. I think it's a difference in paint applications and lighting.
Yeah.
I looked at, like, I compared it yesterday. I was looking at, like, the forehead wrinkles, the vein, like, that's kind of in the side of his, like, his temple, is lining around his mouth. I think it's an identical sculpt. I just think that for whatever reason, like we talked about earlier with blogger photos, this is clearly a different photographer, or he's used a different lighting technique entirely. And it's making this figure look way better than it did, a month ago. Literally 4 weeks ago is when we got the Tux version. And it's funny because
way too big for this pistol.
When you talk about money with your mouth, is though
real small.
Yeah, but
when you talk about money,
are always real big. It needs to be small.
That does look really big in that photo. Now that you point that out, considering I said the same thing in my first take video on the Tux suit, though. Was I would have liked to see this version of the outfit because it was a badass part of the film. and now they've given it to us, and I'm like, yeah, I still don't think I'm going to buy it. Pierce Brosnan is still my James Bond. But objectively, this is a cool freaking figure, and I do think it looks more like Daniel Craig than the first option, despite it being, I'm confident, the same sculpt.
I'm shocked that you guys wanted this outfit, and I'm shocked that there's a market for this outfit because I didn't remember him wearing this at all. But honestly, No Time to Die. No Time to Die was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty whatever for me personally.
What pistols? Is it Walther PPK?
Pretty much.
Yeah, Walthers are teeny tiny.
I have to look up the exact model that is. But I think
he's just got big hands.
I do think Hot Toys does have a hand scale problem. And I think it makes that pistol look way bigger or way smaller than it already is for being a small pistol.
On the hands, since we're focusing there, can they give us some seamless forearms, please? I mean, Lim Toys is doing
for a
it.
character like this.
Look at this seam right here. It's just like you're with the focus is the guns, right, and you want to like just
big old
rough,
bro.
Just give us some seamless arms already. Y'all can do it. Just do it.
Shout out to Alvin J. James Bond greater than Star Wars. Prove me wrong.
Wow. Damn.
I don't have to prove you wrong. You should go see the doctor.
I think the statement proved you wrong.
I don't think he's seen Last Jedi, guys. So yeah, I'm just shocked that anyone would want this look, honestly. But no, cool. I'm glad Dean's getting this. The tuxedo look is way more what I'd want. I know Zach, you said Casino Royale. It's a lot closer to the Casino Royale look for sure. So. Yeah, cool that they're doing more Bonds, but we'll see what else they have in their bag. But this is not one that I assume that they'd be leading with.
I saw people saying that this should be more expensive because of the slightly more accessories, but I think it should be less or the same at least.
Yeah. That's a tiny ass gun, brother.
But they're reusing.
Look at the way the gun fits
the
into the hand. That's what I'm trying to say. They need a different hand sculpt. It's kind of like those fucking Django figures. The fucking revolver looks all goofy in the hand.
Agree to disagree.
It looks like the Men in Black gun.
The noisy cricket.
The cricket. Yeah.
This finger needs to come. Damn it! This finger needs to come in more, so that you can see this. Like no one's fucking shooting a fucking pistol.
Yeah, but no one's hands are rock hard. Like your hand gives.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if it comes with this fucking gun, they should have a hand that fits this fucking gun.
Yeah, I guess they could.
They could fucking spare one more hand.
They could mold it a little bit better, sure, but like you're fucking nitpicking, dude. Like
it's a fucking $300 figure. Of course, I'm nitpicking. That's the whole point of the show is predicated on nitpicking.
That's pretty egregious.
We've been
they fix the hand, but leave those shitty glasses.
But I think the glasses make sense though, because the first time someone snaps these fucking things, if they're as thin as they need to be, then we're gonna be here complaining about that too. It's a lose-lose. I don't think you can
figure it out.
Yeah,
metal maybe.
So much better.
I mean, we've seen metal glasses, but also again, your flesh indents, your hair moves out of the way. Glasses are never gonna fit properly unless we see it like
this is
who's a Doc Brown with the holes punched into his head.
Terrible stuff.
What do you want? I guess J&D you could put glasses on it because it would actually give with the rubber latex.
It'll be ripped all over.
Silicone. Sorry,
only got half a skull inside.
Yeah,
it's got half a skull, so it should work.
Like I there are some things I could look the other way on. For me, I've really loved Daniel Craig as James Bond. I always liked James Bond growing up, especially obviously I'm in the age bracket for Pierce.
Brosnan.
What's his name? Pierce Brosnan. I was gonna say Morgan. I was like, that's not it.
That's Pierce Morgan. That's Mike's age bracket.
Another British fucking. Anyway, or Pierce Brosnan's not British, is he?
What's happening right now?
But for me, this version of James Bond and Daniel Craig's rendition of the character was like this can be something much more than campy, kind of goofy, fun, you know, it's a tonal shift to the character in the movies that we watched. And this particular outfit is the send-off of the character. Like, it's not like, hey, like maybe he'll come back for one more movie. No, that was it. So this outfit particularly has a special place in my mind of James Bond. So yeah, I definitely want this real bad. So I'm shocked that we got it. Honestly, when you guys were talking about the suits, and I was like, yeah, it makes more sense that they would do a suit. And, you know, I didn't think this was coming. I was looking into third-party kits to, you know, I think there's some third-party figures of this out there that I couldn't get my hands on when the movie came out, but I'm excited. I like this a lot.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Marco, on the seamless forearms, though. Like especially at the wrist joint, because they even gave the forearm some detail here in this body, so that you can roll up the sleeves a little bit. Why not have just one sculpt of it with the forearms and a pistol holding hand or something like that, or a gun holding hand, right? Because that's
holding hand.
Yeah, a small pistol holding hand. But as long as you don't have rock hard hands, you're good to go. In my opinion.
I don't know, man. I get what Dean's saying, that this is the send off for the character, but I'm like, you know, when I close my eyes, I see the suit for James Bond. But that's a good looking figure.
I agree.
You know what the best part about it is?
What's that?
It's your money. You buy whichever one you like.
I understand it, but that's my calculus. Is like, dude, which one do I get? Like, this one is, I think, more iconic to this movie. But what I'm saying is, it's more iconic to the character at all. Is this tuxedo? But,
or you can get another car for your Labubu. You know.
Well, I don't think the car for the Labubu.
Yeah, it doesn't even fit in the seat
Labubu
properly.
and Aston Martin.
Oh, okay. Well,
it doesn't even scale right. You put a roof on that car, it wouldn't even be able to fit.
Well, to be fair, most of us couldn't fit in that car with a roof on it. So,
I also like how they got the weird shape of his sweater right. Like, it really does just go straight across his collarbone. It's a weird looking sweater on the promos, on the like movie posters and stuff, and they nailed it. Which, you know, you figured they just throw a fucking blue sweater on him and call it a day, but they actually like got the tailoring right.
X-Men Supreme says rock hard hands. I used to dance under that name.
Wow.
And a lot of good rock hard hands.
That is my username on the hub.
Wow. This feels a bit unpolished. This is the J&D teaser of Two-Face.
Can I share? I gotta share my slide with you then, because I thought the same, and then it was better than I expected. So I'm here.
I don't know, man.
You give your take, but I gotta show this to you.
I don't know. It just seems
that's Aaron Eckhart right there, though. Like, what's unpolished by it?
I don't know. It just seems like the eyes are a bit sunken into the head. It just.
Oh no, you got to see this. Oh, I can't wait.
I don't know.
That looks just like.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Here,
I think this is like 70%.
That's where I'm
70?
at.
Wow, 70.
Holy shit! You're sounding like Eddie right now.
Go back to the portal, Dean.
Wow.
I think that looks just freaking like.
Look at how different the chin is, bro.
No, that's a shoulder.
No, it's so much deeper, bro.
Dude, okay, you could wipe your ass from the chin a little bit, but maybe a little bit of a deeper hole. But like,
look at how
in the
big
eyes,
the chin to
hair.
lip ratio is, bro.
Let me see. Hold on. What if Harvey Dent is the Masked Crusader?
Bro.
That's pretty good.
The stupidest fucking line in the movie, bro. Everyone can see that fucking chin from a mile away. Look at Look, do you see my mouse?
Really deep.
From this point. Oh, I guess you can't because oh shit. From
you
the
don't
bottom
agree that
of
this
his
is...
lip to the chin, look at that distance compared to the figure. It's so much longer on the figure. Motherfucker's the crimson chin on the left.
No,
it's like a Hot Toys.
I think it's like it's like two. It's like two.
No way. And then
hair.
No, this is not. This.
It looks like
it's
a person.
Tall.
It looks
the whole
like
head is. It's like you took his head and just shrunk it just a little bit this way, and it made it all tall.
I think you're crazy, man. I think this looks exactly freaking like him. And I don't even like J&D. I don't even want to celebrate them at this point, but I think this looks just like him. I was shocked.
That's how I'm feeling, Ben. Like, I'm shocked that J&D is not that they could do this quality of work, but this is the strongest likeness that I've seen from them from a prototype for sure. 100%. And I'm like, there's no way I'm getting this. This isn't even
a prototype. This is just a head sculpt. This is not a prototype. This is like a
okay,
just in
prototype
a suit
head
otherwise.
sculpt.
Yeah, the whole figure's a head sculpt, right? I mean, he's in a suit.
Also, hang on. Let me look up this.
He's trying to clean up the streets of Gotham. He's gonna drain the swamp. Some say my ugly half is actually my much better half.
Is it missing the mole on his right cheek though?
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. It is.
Look at his hair. He's definitely rocking.
Okay, you know what? Now that you've pointed that out, I don't think
thank you.
like him.
Thank
Who is
you.
this guy?
Thank you. Doesn't have the mole, bro. The mole costs extra. They gotta mold that shit in the silicone. I would say also, I feel like, and I guess I'm just gonna give hot takes today.
We couldn't manufacture the mole in China.
Jesus. You think Bruce Wayne would be in the Epstein files or what?
It looked more moist. It looked more moist in the movie. This looks very matte.
Yeah, that definitely needs a gloss.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, I don't think silicone will take gloss paint like that.
It's $3,000 to fucking figure it out, bro.
It did look more juicy. I just shared one more for you, Zach. It did look more juicy in the screenshot. Check this out.
It looked like fucking. You remember that time we went to
juicy.
Cooper's?
To Cooper's?
Cooper's got those brisket. That's what he looks like, brother.
Oh, the brisket. That was good fucking brisket. Well, I'm never going to see brisket ever the same way again. I agree with you, Zach. That's
Also, can I get a pound of Harvey Dent?
The chin bone. Like, there's like a little, I don't know if it's a cut or striation on the chin right there, like where it goes and bends. It's missing on the thing. This is. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying it's awful. I think it needs some finessing. It needs some work.
Yeah, like his two-faced part of the sculpt is really good. I think it looks way more convincing than the Hot Toys one did. But then again, this is how old. Years ago. Yeah, it's old.
From 2019.
This is the 2.0, right? That you're showing right there.
This is the 2.0. Yeah, this was the 2.0. Yeah.
Oh, 2019.
Yeah, 2019 was the 2.0. Yeah. But I think they're ready for a 3.0.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think at this point,
Artisan,
and hopefully this one, Artisan. Yeah, like honestly, that would be a perfect figure for an Artisan.
Half the sculpt like that, yeah. I don't know. I don't need it though. I don't need it at whatever price point J&D puts this up at, unless it's like the same price as the Hot Toys. I don't need it. I've got the 2019 version, which in this photo I don't think it looks as good when you compare to what new technology looks like. But that figure is no slouch. I still really like it, and it was notoriously taller than the DX like 11 and 12 Batman and Joker. Right, like they needed to start upscaling the whole line to catch up to Two-Face. Two-Face was kind of one of the first ones that got upscaled. And now that they've done Bane, they've done the Joker, right? They've done Scarecrow. I'm sure they'll do another Gordon. I'm sure they'll do another Gordon and Blake. I'm sure they'll do another Harvey Dent before they're done with it. Guaranteed.
Good God. Man, that 2019, his head is small. Look how broad his shoulders are. He looks like a fucking pinhead.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look that bad.
I think Hot Toys, their suit tailoring has improved a lot, right? Like the materials or whatever, the fit that they've been using on these types of clothes has gotten better. I think with the John Wick figures, it's still not perfect, but I think that's where J&D could cook though. Like they could probably make like a super nice tailored suit, but it'll probably cost the same price as an actual suit. So,
yeah.
I don't see how his collar didn't get absolutely torched. I don't know if it has bones showing on his chin, but his fucking.
Well, it's because he gets the gets the sauce sprayed up onto his face, and so it like burns very
it got his
specifically.
jacket. How did it not get his collar?
You're not totally wrong. God, I'm glad I didn't bet points on that one. Hate to see it.
Yeah, I think this is really good. This crispy sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just needs to look a little wetter.
Marco's phoning a friend. It's not the kind of show.
Ew.
Then we got
Here we go.
fucking Gorn.
Gorn.
Also, I guess so. On the bottom it says 300 randomly selected pre-orders will be fulfilled and shipped before end of the month, and then the rest will be in first quarter 2026. I thought Nanjim made this huge fucking deal about how you had to be like a VIP customer, ordered all their shit to get Gorn. What made? Do you know when they made the decision to roll that back? Was there a lot of complaints?
They never. From what I saw, they never actually announced it. They positioned this as this was going to be a very limited item. Again, if you did a certain amount of things, I think they said 300 was originally going to be the quantity, and then in the most recent update, it was like, oh, actually, well, yeah, the early bird customers are going to get the 300 first batch technically, but then we're going to still put this up for regular pre-order for everybody else. And it doesn't look like there's, at least as of now, I could be wrong. But it doesn't look as of right now that the 300 limited option first batch contains anything special at all. It's the same figure as what's going to go up for general release. So I honestly feel like it was manipulation to get people to show up and buy, as opposed to actual like a good sale of any sort. And I think it pissed more people off than it was worth. The other crazy part is that people are like, yay, finally we're going to get to see Exo-6 do the original series. But like this character specifically is notoriously in a scene fighting against James T. Kirk that we don't even have from Exo-6 yet. So like we've gotten so many random characters in Star Trek already from Exo-6, but so many of the mainstays, the bridge crews, even like the Wrath of Khan figures that they teased at like the inception of Exo-6 3 years ago still haven't come out, and yet we're getting Gorn and we're getting so many other like random options. And so I think people are also kind of feeling frustrated that, you know, we still don't even have a Kirk, Bones, and McCoy to even pair up with Gorn. What if it takes 3 more years for him to give us a Kirk? What if it never comes? What if he goes out of business before we get a Kirk? Like, who are you going to pair the Gorn with? Like, that is the scene.
Is Gorn from the pilot?
No, it's not. No, it's not. The pilot episode was called The Cage.
Is this the one with like the visible zipper in the back?
The figure itself?
No,
I don't know about that.
On screen, they're like fighting and you can like see his zipper.
Oh, yes, I think so. Yeah, it was like, I mean, it was notoriously like a pretty funny costume, but still cool for its time.
Because I saw different screenshots of this, and sometimes he's like vivid green, and then other times he looks like this. Sometimes he looks gray, and I don't know what's I'm assuming this is proper.
Yeah, more like the photo on the right on this particular slide. You can tell these a little green and a little gray. I'd say that that's probably the closest.
Okay. Because like I don't know if it's like, oh, the DVD remaster he was green, but the Blu-ray true remaster is gray.
On the left, it looks like it's like a hollow. It looks very like deformed. What's going on there?
I didn't think it's just suit. Yeah, it's just a rubber suit over top of him. I think it's just a badge.
But is that intentional, or is it supposed to be like a silicone? Like
no,
it's like
I think
deflated on the left.
It does look deflated. I didn't even notice that. That looks terrible.
I feel like that's intentional though, right? Because it's like the suit was janky when they filmed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't think that it never looked like that. Why does it look so filled out on the photo on the right then? Like, that's super confusing. Yeah. It looks hollow. One of the other pieces that I think...
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
I think one of the other pieces that people have been messaging me on my Star Trek videos here is that, you know, because I keep calling out Nanjin and Exo-6 for not feeling like they have much of an actual trajectory or plan. Like they just put these figures out and they just kind of like, we have incomplete lines
at a board
all over the place and such varying levels of quality. Like if you look at the new Pacifist Worf that came out last week, that figure looks fantastic. If you stood him next to, if you stand up next to Wesley Crusher or Captain Janeway, terrible. They look like they're made of butter. Like it makes no sense, the quality difference, and that there's unfulfilled lineups. And so I keep saying, why don't they at least map out their trajectory? Because people would still choose to skip certain figures potentially, but then they could still plan to buy the ones that they want. Whereas I'm seeing comments like from Elvin J, who said, you know, he's cleared out his Star Trek collection to, you know, whether it's based on quality or how long it's taken. Just the fact, again, that you never know if you're actually going to fulfill the lines that you've already started is an unattractive quality, I think, for a figure company. I think that they should give us a little bit more direction, because the other piece is that I've had people tell me, well, the reason that they do that, it's being strategic. They want you to spend money on these tertiary characters because they'd blow their nut too quickly if they gave you all of the main bridge crews too early, and that's when everybody would buy those, and then nobody would buy these tertiary characters. And I don't think that that's true at all. I think that that is an excuse, because I think if anything, the main characters would produce the most influx of funds right away from people, and then if you had filled out lines, then yeah, hell yeah, you get a Gorn to go in there, you get an Andorian, or you get, like, you know what I mean? Like, you add then the characters to make your displays. But you need the main characters first. And I think it's crazy that we still have no direction from these folks.
Has Nanjim addressed that criticism or no?
Well, his addressment of that criticism was, if we give them all the ones that they want first, they're going to blow their nut and they're going to stop buying.
Yeah.
That's what I saw said. But again, I don't want to put words in that guy's mouth, and he's a hard person to reach. He's a hard person to get any comment from, because if there's any essence of criticism, then you're quote unquote, one of the experts, not to be taken seriously, and just trying to take out the company. And it's like, anybody who's watched any of my Star Trek videos knows that I've been rooting from them from the beginning, for better or for worse, and want Star Trek to win as a collectible in our displays. I love the figures that I have from them so far, very strategically purchased. But I love having representations of Star Trek. I think it's crazy to me that Paramount has let this company be the talking point for how, like, the quality of Star Trek. I think that's crap. And as I said, seeing people buy out of the collection because they don't know how far it's going to come, or they keep seeing these mediocre releases, week after week, and then a good one, and then a couple mediocre ones, and then a terrible one like Wesley. There's just no excuse for it, and I think it's shitty. I think it's shitty. It's making them harder and harder to support every week.
$5 super chat from X-Men Supreme. Ben has a point. Look at how people went nuts for all the random Star Wars Cantina characters. Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah. Once you can build your display, that's when those extra characters make more sense. You can talk yourself into it. I don't want to get a Gorn and never get Kirk. That makes no sense.
There you go, Dean. Last but not least, we have this Sonic title screen exclusive edition statue by First 4 Figures. I had to double check that there. Coming in at 15 inches tall, or wide rather, 7.4 inches deep and 8.2 inches tall, weighing in at 4.8 kilograms. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so there's two versions. There's the DX and then the regular version. This is from Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis, the opening title screen. The exclusive comes with the it's like a cardboard backdrop to put behind the statue, and his finger is on a spring, so it waves, like you just boing, so that's really cool. And the regular one does not have the hand or the cardboard, and it's only like a $5 difference. It wasn't much. I think if you pre-order it now, it's $319, and then the regular version is like $315. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's a pretty big statue, because usually their older Sonic statues, the characters were like huge. They had a lot of presence, and then they kept making statues, and the characters kept getting smaller, and the bases kept getting bigger. But you are paying more, and it's like, I don't want to pay for a base, I want this character to be the main point of the statue. This is kind of a mix between both. It's a big base, it's a big display, but Sonic is huge in the display. I love it. I really want to get it, so I'm gonna have to wait and see what my funds look like by the time this rolls around, because I got some other really big purchases next year that I'm sweating. So, I'm just going to have to sit back and hope for the best.
X-Men Supreme says, I'm more interested in the chick presenting it, Charlie the Unicorn. The girl says, buy it, Dean. Buy it, Dean.
Yeah, she's super hot.
That's beautiful.
I love how it's the game credits from the beginning, right? Like you flip it on, you know, you hear the Sega, at least for me anyways at the time, and then Sonic pops up and he comes out. Like that's perfect scene for it. I think the only thing that I don't like about it is its rock art hands, honestly. It's a bit of a detraction.
Yeah.
What else would anyone
otherwise really
hear?
cool.
What happened?
What else would anyone hear besides the Sega? I'm just confused.
Nintendo.
Sega. Am I cutting in and out? Am I?
No, he's just being a smart ass.
Oh, okay.
It's that rail yard money. I went to.
It's probably why I never get points. I just like half my shit is muted.
Dean, we have a giveaway today. A duck race, a race of the ducks.
Let's fucking go.
Is there okay? So I'd meant to work on this a bit earlier, and I did. But I thought there was an option that if a duck wins, you can remove it from the race. Do you guys know about that? Because we're going to run a bunch of drawings right now.
It's probably premium only, if I'm being honest.
Okay. So here's our list.
It goes back to the name list. Can you just delete the name?
Oh, that makes sense. Here's our list here. I believe we removed our streaming people that are active streaming on the channel. Pretty sure
Which is bullshit, by the way. I think Marco's at least deserving of a free giveaway at some point. Just put it out there.
Wow.
Wow, I don't accept charity.
Wow, okay.
He's got rail yard money.
I would have said Mike.
Prefers to steal it.
I would have said Mike,
From
but I never
people.
got the pommel on that sword.
Yeah, I steal from charity.
You're not good now.
What do we want to do?
Not
30
stealing it. He's laundering it.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. 45. A minute.
How many races are we doing? 3?
So we got to do the race for the Mark 50, the Bo-Katan, the Maximum Spider-Man, and then 4 T-shirts that Marco's donated.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay.
Which order are you going to do with the big boy first?
I'm going to do the big boy first. I think that's fair, right? Because if you win the first one, Charlie.
Yeah, let's do
Let's do a
Iron
minute
Man
for the big one. Let's do a minute for the big one.
We'll do a minute for the Iron Man. Then we'll do the T-shirts, right? A little refresher. Then we'll do the Maximum series, and then the Bo-Katan.
Cool.
You could drop a T-shirt in between each one of those.
Wow.
Oh, I like that.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay, hang on. So we're doing Iron Man T-shirt, Maximum.
Also, if you win one, are you removed from everything?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Bo-Katan T-shirt. That's only 3 T-shirts.
Maybe 2 T-shirts in between the figures.
Between Maximum and Bo-Katan. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. For the Iron Man Mark 50, donated by the lovely Natalie G. Let's see. How do we start this? Oh, I'm not even on the right tab. I think it's set. Here we go. 69. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I wonder what the longest time you can clock it for is, because the next time we do a figure giveaway, I wonder if you could run it the whole show. So you start the duck race. You start the duck race at the beginning. We check in on it periodically throughout the show, and then end it at the end.
Oh, they're saying start with a shirt. Okay, so chat, can we all agree? Start with it. Let's get the chat to participate. We got 60 people in here. Shirt or Iron Man? Comment. We're gonna give you guys a minute.
How many do you need to see?
Sorry, Marco.
Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, you don't want to start with a shirt, because if this is the big race and I win a shirt and now I'm out,
Well, you can't win.
No, but it's what I'm saying, not me, but just, and then now you can't win.
All right, let's play it safe.
Because I got a Marco shirt.
Let's play it safe.
Yeah, but one guy is going to tune out. Like, come on.
Let's play it safe. We'll start with the Iron Man.
Then there's 59 other people
Clinton
that are
says
like,
I
I might win the next one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I like this. A shirt winner doesn't get removed. Let's do that. We'll start with the Iron Man.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, shirt winner doesn't get pulled. That's unless you win 2 shirts.
You're starting with an Iron Man then, or you're
Mark
starting
50.
with the shirt?
No,
Okay,
Iron Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think everyone's saying to build up to that, but anyways, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
work your way up. Shirts.
Yeah, I feel like you
Max,
should.
Okay, so shirts first.
Yeah, I like climaxes.
Okay.
But if you win a shirt, you don't get removed. It's just
That's
another big
okay.
prize.
Okay, I like that. All right, so let's. How do we?
So, is
go
it?
back? Hang on.
Is it maybe like the top 4 win the shirt?
No. One race per shirt.
One
We'll do
race
it 30
per shirt.
seconds.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 4 shirts. All right, and you have to claim this shit. Yeah, you got to claim it. Okay, I'm not gonna.
It'd actually be better if a shirt person also want a figure because you only gonna ship once. Well, I guess we wouldn't be shipping shirts.
All right, here we go. This is for the shirt. One shirt.
Ooh, quacking.
It's a lot of ducks in there.
That's a lot of ducks.
And the winner's never out front early.
No, they're not. Manny Fresh 369, Duck 36, Benjamin Foltz, Louis Ben. Look at this duck on the top there.
It's gonna be
Mark Pearson. Look at Mark Pearson's duck.
Oh,
look at Mark Pearson's duck.
Mark Pearson.
Yep.
Mark Pearson on a shirt. All right. Mark Pearson, baby.
All right.
All right. Race again. Oh, no, I cannot remove. Oh, wait, no, don't remove. There we go.
If anyone was going to rock a shirt, it's going to be Mark. I'm glad
there you go.
that it's going to Mark.
Ooh, how about if you win a shirt, then you have to donate a figure from your collection to give away to the others to really make that shirt winner? Jesus Christ. All right, so that was the first. So we're doing all 4 shirts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, here we go. Here we go, baby. The ducks are running. Is Mark Pearson going to win another shirt? Let's see, who's cruising here? Eric looks like he's kind of got some speed there. Look at this top duck. Look, who's this right here?
Who's that creeping up?
Mark Phillips, bro.
Yep.
Oh, the Marks.
Oh my God, this is Sean Forrester.
Here comes Howard Potts.
Oh, look at the duck on the top. Look at the duck on the top. Look at the Danny Lee.
Oh, Danny Lee.
Howard Potts.
So close, Danny. So close.
Howard Potts, bro. Howard Potts, you win a t-shirt. Here we go, race again. This is really fun. We should do this more often. Like just race ducks randomly. Have the ducks race for an hour and have 45 minutes, half of them are just fucking dead. Jesus Christ.
Floating ducks in the pool.
Jesus Christ. Wow, that race was really close. That was a good effort from Danny Lee, from Danny Duck.
Is Harry
Donald
Dempsey
Duck.
on there twice?
Here comes Danny again.
He's a Patreon and a member.
Oh, okay.
Alvin
I see.
J. Alvin J.
Alvin J. Win a shirt. Alvin J, baby.
All right, one more shirt.
All right.
Alvin J
here
was
we
in
go.
the chat, wasn't he? He was doing super chat.
Race again. All right, last shirt. Here we go. The
Felt
ducks
the
are
full
racing
good
again.
position.
Ron E.
Oh, felt the full dropping back.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here comes
Aurelius.
Aurelius Delgado.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
That's too soon.
Holding her position.
Too soon.
She's changing her
That's,
hairstyle last time I saw
That's
her.
Bernie Sanders.
Peak
I
too
don't
soon.
know.
Uh-oh.
Gare Bear.
Gare
Bear
Bear.
Bear. Bear Bear.
Bear Bear. With a Superman duck.
I'd love to see it.
All right. So, all right. So
Is that
that's
the
our...
InArt? Is that the InArt or is that the Hot Toys? I can't quite tell.
The hair looks kind of janky, so I
Yeah,
think
the
it's
curl's too far to the right.
All right.
I do
Maximum Spider-Man next.
Where are the
So
sleeves
there's
at?
obviously no strings attached with the shirts, but I do have one request. If you want a shirt, just send a picture in with you holding it up. It'd be awesome to put it on the show. But again,
we wait for 70% off, then we get the shirts.
There we go.
Make sure you
Okay,
pick
so
the premium
40
material.
This is
45
for maximum Spider-Man?
maximum Spider-Man, and you will get removed if you win. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
This is for the worst Spider-Man figure. Got it.
Okay, Mike, we don't need this type of negativity. No, so X-Men, everyone has a chance still. We didn't remove anyone from the shirt giveaways. Sean Usby.
Oh, too soon.
Soon. Bob Dylan.
My name's still in there.
Is it really?
I haven't seen it once yet. Oh yeah, Sid Scale.
creeping
yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah, Sid Scale Collector. I see him.
Good.
Oh,
Leave
we
it.
gotta
Shouldn't have
remove
said
that.
anything.
Well, we just run it back.
Man.
Oh, who's this? Cortez?
Alberto
coming up.
Cortez, huge.
Uh-oh, CT603.
Oh, CT603.
TT's,
Yep.
TT's taking it for sure.
Yeah, he's taking
Oh,
it.
CT603, baby. All right, let's see. Maximum CT603. Yeah, but if Iron Man is last,
Congrats,
that's the
dude.
big one. Yeah, but you have to lead up to it, X-Man Supreme. Yeah, I think that's what the chat decided. So remove him from the race. Check. Okay, race again. I think we decided. I think we decided to build up to it. Here we go. Start. Bo-Katan donated by Lane the Legend Kramer. Double it and pass it to the next person. Oh fuck! I forgot to remove Mike's name. That's okay.
It's fine. Leave him in there.
If he wins, we'll just run it.
We'll
again.
run it back. Yeah.
He's a good guy. He deserves it.
Well, I'll just send you the Maximus Prime. I'm missing a bunch of pieces.
Manny Fresh wants Bo-Katan. Where's he
Manny
at?
Fresh. Go Manny Fresh.
Shuffle the
He's
ducks
in the
for
back.
Iron Man.
He fell off. You hate to see it.
He's
Oh
in
my
the
God,
very
Eric
back.
Mariscal on his birthday.
Wow.
Whoa!
He doesn't watch the show, so we don't have to give it to him. So there's that.
Oh, no, he's
Wait.
back.
Uh-oh.
He heard
Wait.
Mr. Musashi.
Mr. Musashi.
Mr. Musashi.
Holy shit.
Mr. Musashi. Okay, let me write this down. Mr. Musashi, Bo-Katan.
Jargon says Bo-Katan all packed up and ready to head out. Oh, yeah.
All
Mr.
right,
Musashi in the
nice.
chat. There he goes.
Wow. Okay, shuffle ducks. Let's shuffle them again.
She's a really
here we
fun
go.
figure to pose.
Did you take my name out?
Figure.
Ah, fuck. We'll just run it back if we... I don't want to mess up what we've taken out already. Here we go for the Iron Man Mark 50 donated by the lovely Natalie G.
Natalie
Chris
G.
V. Oh, look at Mike,
Natalie
the
G.
Sith Scale Collector Duck.
Big rib.
He's out too early. He's not winning this.
It's not White Boy Summer yet, Mike.
Come on,
I
Manny
got
Fresh.
No stamina.
Yeah,
Wow, this would be Mike in the 100-yard dash against these.
Danny Lee's kind of
Wow.
in the.
I pulled a
he's
Joey
falling
Chestnut.
back. He's falling back.
Hold up.
Oh shit, big rib, bro.
Robert's just staying steady though.
Oh my God, who's that in the
Here
back?
it comes.
Aurelis?
Aurelis.
Here comes Aurelis.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh
No.
4 seconds.
Who's this?
Who's that duck?
Holy shit.
Who's Jake?
Jake.
It's Jake.
That sounds
bro.
made up.
It's Jake.
Are you Jake?
Zach, are you Jake?
What the hell? I'm not Jake.
Congrats
I like that
to
just
Jake.
a single duck just named Jake, and it's like
Yeah.
your typical yellow duck.
It should have said
Doesn't have an
wow.
outfit on.
It happens to be the Iron Man Zach needs first color.
Right?
What the hell?
It has no costume on. That doesn't seem
I don't know who
right.
Jake is.
Hang on.
This is the
AI
easiest
duck.
duck ever.
This is sus.
This is
Wow.
sus, bro. Let me look this up because I pulled all the data. Okay.
Basic Jake.
Look, it's right here. How dare you? I think he used to have a different username.
Also, if Jake's a real person, I
Yeah,
apologize in
Oxfather.
advance.
You look, Jake, right here, 15 months Patreon member.
Oh wow.
Jake from
How
State
have we
Farm.
have we been reading his name? Has he not been on the slide? How am I
He used to.
blanking
No,
on
his
this?
so his name. Here, let me look. This. Can I stop this fucking duck noise?
Oh, the
His
controversy.
name on the chat.
It's the rail yard all over again.
Jeez.
Hang on.
Let's give out his personal info. All right, Jake. What's his last name? What's his social?
No, now you got me upset. Oh, but he's a member though. Yeah, it's right here, you fucking guys. It's literally right there, Jake. Right there.
I've never seen that there.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably somebody
Just 'cause
watched
you're
last
fucking
week's
old.
episode and see if
Just 'cause
it's
you're
feel-
fucking old and your eyes
I
don't
feel
work
like I'm being gaslit right now. This is
No
yeah, you probably
way.
made that slide for tonight.
this is
Okay, I'm doing the challenge flag. 20 points. Who's wagering 20 points?
None of us have ever heard of Jake before. I'm sorry.
Who's
but-
wagering 20 points? Who's wagering 20 points? Who's with me?
Nobody.
Dean is wagering 20 points.
I'm not
If-
wagering shit.
I feel terrible. We've said this person's name this many times.
if you're a channel member,
many
could you
Right there.
could you please drop the Jesse Pinkman sticker? He can't keep getting away with this because I feel like Zach's pulling another fucking
Oh, what the
fast one on
hell?
us.
You think I've been paying timeout? You think I've been paying myself for 15 months for a 1 in 70 chance to win a figure?
It's
You're out of
exactly
your
what I would
goddamn
do.
It's a long, it's a long game.
It's a long
Yeah.
game.
Not when you rig the race. This is bullshit.
How would I rig a duck race?
It could be
No, he used, to,
pre-recorded.
he used to go by a different name. It was no. What the hell? That's the stuff that happens on Ben's channel, not on mine. What the hell?
I hate to see it. Let's get nuts.
What the hell?
That's funny.
Always plug in.
All right,
No,
Jake,
he
if
used
you're
to go
watching, please put.
No, okay,
put your
no,
name in
hang
the
on.
chat.
He used to go by Exodus. Was his old.
Oh,
Okay, well, I remember that
okay.
one.
He
Okay,
changed it to Jake. I don't know why.
Probably his name.
Anyways,
Makes sense.
Huge
fucking
upgrade.
name.
Accused of fucking,
What
it's
is
the
that?
State Farm guy. Well, there was a big ad for fucking Home Depot, and I'm not fucking giving Home Depot free advertisement. Scarlett Johansson passes.
That's probably his "I'm secretly Jake" button.
Wow.
You have to cover it
Okay,
up.
you know what? This show's over, bro. We're done. Congratulations.
No, we're having
75,000.
fun.
Just
How
kidding.
dare you.
Scarlett Johansson passes Samuel L. Jackson and Robert Downey Jr. to become Hollywood's highest-grossing star. Yeah, with
Which
the
is
new
crazy
Jurassic
because they
World
only pay
Rebirth.
her half as much. I'm just kidding.
She's got a hell of an agent.
Okay, congrats, Zach. How dare you both?
Alvin J, you're a winner, bro. He can pull that away from you.
I will.
Besides Black Widow, which I admit
Too many
was-
Exoduses in his class had to go by a nickname. Jake. Jesus Christ.
That's hilarious.
That's good. All right, back to my question though. Besides Black Widow, which she was perfect for that role. I think she was like really great in that role. What else has she been in that you're like, oh, she like crushed it? Because watching Jurassic World,
That
she
one movie
was so
with Adam
bland.
Driver?
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad
A
you
marriage.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, isn't that her? No, that's
No.
Kate
that's
Winslet.
Which one am I
Titanic.
thinking of?
Yeah.
Kate
I love
Winslet.
In the
Yeah.
Island. In the
The
Island.
one with her and the guy from Ghostbusters. She's like 20 years old in that movie.
Oh,
With
Lost
Bill
in
Murray.
Translation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lost in Translation. Thank you.
Ghost in
Okay,
the Shell, that's the
okay.
other one.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell. I
in the
love Ghost
Shell.
in the Shell.
Lucy.
Lucy. She's also in that movie where she's like a body morphing alien.
Oh yeah, that's the one where she gets naked.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
she is
What
good
was
in
that?
that one. She is good in that one.
Yes.
I haven't seen the whole thing
Home Alone 3?
yet. Yeah.
I guess you're naming a lot of just like just average roles.
She is in
Obviously,
that movie.
she's picked her roles well to hit this milestone. But I feel like standout
movie,
roles
bro.
besides Black Widow.
Transformers
struggling.
1.
Jojo Rabbit? Wait, she was in Transformers 1?
Yes.
No. The animated, the newer one. She was the voice. Not the
yeah.
first
In Transformers
Transformers movie.
Jungle
Transformers
Book. Her.
She was pretty awful in Jungle Book.
Fucking amazing in her.
she Jake. Alvin Jake. just-
Eight-Legged Freaks?
The Prestige, The Island with fucking.
The SpongeBob
I love
SquarePants
Ewan
movie?
McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. Ewan.
I
I agree with Marco's point, though. I don't think any of those films should have propelled her to like the highest grossing.
Yeah, but that's
actress of all
not the
time.
point, though. Like, it doesn't matter the quality of the movies. She's just been in big movies.
She's just racking up numbers. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's been in
Horse
every fucking
Whisperer.
Avengers movie, like all the two of the Iron Man movies, fucking Home Alone 3.
Fair. I mean,
Just
good for
steady
her.
though.
Winter
without,
Soldier.
Like,
Sing.
She also went
That's-
toe to toe with she went toe to toe against Disney and won. So that's pretty cool.
Isle of Dogs, Asteroid City, The Phoenician, all fucking. What's his name movies?
The SpongeBob movie was huge too.
how old is she now? Because she still looks fantastic. Like she's still
40.
absolutely
Yeah, she's
killing
pretty
it.
young.
Wes Anderson movies, all three of those. Those Wes Anderson movies always do fucking huge numbers.
But also, how is she number one just off of like 3 days of Jurassic World Rebirth? Like, I guess was she that close?
I don't know.
Yeah, guess so.
I guess.
I don't think it's giving anything away, but I felt like every
Please stop.
line she delivered in the film, she smiled when she said it. Everyone. Didn't matter what
Maybe
the tone
her
of the,
character's
the
just
moment
happy.
was. No, didn't make sense. Didn't like it.
Have you seen
It didn't
Ted
seem like she took
Lasso?
anything seriously. I have not seen Ted Lasso, actually.
Oh, dude. I'm on season 2 right now. It's fucking incredible.
She and Ted Lasso?
No, but his my point was like his
okay. I was
character
like,
always
where's this going?
his character always tries to be like positive, like to the
Yep.
detriment of like his personal relationships.
This girl didn't have a reason to be as positive as she was. That's all I'll say.
Okay,
At
please
least
no
her
more,
character.
No more. Please stop.
I mean, bro, honestly,
When she turns
I'm
into that
please
raptor,
stop!
it tripped me out.
Please stop.
Honestly, you give me a fucking free trip to an island filled with dinosaurs, and you give me all the guns I want, I have a big ass fucking smile.
And Scarlett Johansson.
And ScarJo.
And Mahershala Ali.
Bro, my hands are rock hard. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm saying. There you go.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
PSA is now grading Labubu identity cards. I actually thought about this when I opened one recently, and sure enough, they are now starting to grade them. They pretty much grade anything. They grade fucking stamps, packs of trading cards. Okay, Mike. Fucking, they probably grade that missing piece that you fucking sent to Ben.
It's fucking priceless.
Yeah, because you can't fucking afford
One
it
of
because it
one.
would be missing.
None of one.
None of one.
It's just a hollow box with a 10 on it.
eBay is changing how bidding works. They're testing this out for trading cards. When a bid is placed in the last 2 minutes of an auction, any bid will add another 2 minutes to that auction. Now,
Bro,
this is just for
most
trading
annoying
cards.
feature.
But,
I hate
dude,
that shit.
awful. Fucking awful. Jesus Christ, X-Men Supreme Scarlett Johansson could tell me that my entire family, including me, are dying of cancer tomorrow, as long as she was smiling at me when she said it. I'm good with it.
You're a wolf.
Jesus Christ.
You spent $10 to admit that?
You know what? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wow.
What do her feet look like? Let's check.
I thought the Sydney Sweeney soap was bad, but this was next level.
I feel like we've checked.
Have we checked?
Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of Natalie Portman.
A little disappointed in the NP. You know? Got
Let's
some
save it for
miles
After
on them.
Dark.
Yeah, we'll do it on After Dark. Not my
save it
favorite, but not my
save it
least
for
favorite.
CW Plus.
Rip. Wow. You know? She's a very beautiful woman, I'll say that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't like this at all. I do not like this at all.
No.
All right. Yeah, I think it's terrible.
Oh, she was born in 1984. She's not even that old.
She's 40. Figure stickers going out in the next cycle. You'll get 2 random ones of these, plus I believe Eddie's. So stay tuned for that, and then we'll start rolling on individually.
Younger than Mike.
Wow. Dream Suds coming soon. Probably next week we'll start production on this.
I can't wait
Dean,
to
can we
wash
say
myself with that, honestly.
Wow.
Sorry. I thought my mic
might be
was
a
on.
little slick.
Just could use to wash my ass.
Yeah, get up in the taint.
There you go.
Tight.
I give a
Dean,
quick
what's your
shout out
pick?
to Captain Fordo, Renee Mendez, Eric Mescal, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valserina.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
What the hell?
StreamYard changed the whole interface.
What the hell?
The button's not the way it used to be.
Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giss, Eric Sutter, Six Guns Figs, Billy Badfish, Luke Skywalker, Griffin Campbell, Aaron Broverman, Comics, Sweet Danny Lee, Dee Martin, Big Ol' Ferd, Cesar Marquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomoski, Jose CZ, Tukathri, Wah, Aries Portillo, Alma J, Aurela Still, Gatto, Toy Cartel, Sean Forrester, Manny Fresh 369, sorry. Joe Chutbeeks Corbus, Pablo Meza, Cam Collects, Harry Dempsey, Mr. Musashi, Scale Collector, Jared G, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, The Big Dog, Trevor Weed, Darren Elderton, Dalmaton, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Stephen Maria Stanley, Eddie Mazaros, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Exodus, Abe Duck TV, Gigi Lee Judgmental, and Classy Thomas. Jordan wants to know where's Jake.
Yeah, Exodus is on this slide.
Look,
But
okay,
no,
hang on. You didn't need to be a member of both to be entered, to be clear.
Well, it just seems you would have the same name on both.
Mike, your new job is to go through all the Patreons and update all the names. That's your new job between
It is a
this
pain in the
show and
ass, I'm
next
not gonna
show.
lie.
It's a
He's
fucking
not-
pain in the ass, bro. I can't keep
Yeah.
up with this shit. Zach will accept it on Jake's behalf. Okay, guys. Okay. You fucking... You know what? This show is canceled. This is our last show. Fuck all of you guys. Just
No,
kidding.
we gotta make it to at
Patreon-
least 100K. And then we have a
Patreon.com.
falling out. We never speak to each other again.
Can't wait to
Act
see
like we
what
don't know
Zach
each
gets
other.
for 100K.
Oh my god! I can't wait to see my prize.
Can I just say, for anyone that
Another
gets
Happy Meal toy.
for anyone that gets me as a sticker and you wanted someone else, just keep that to yourself, please. I'm very proud of this. Pretend like you enjoyed it, all right?
Oh man, I got Marco.
People are gonna get fucking.
It's the worst one. Is the fucking
Fern
peg warmer.
Marco, and they're gonna.
We gotta do live Patreon envelope openings.
Dude,
No, I can't. My heart can't handle that, bro.
we should put up a poll. Oh, this would actually be really fun. Actually,
No, it's
maybe not.
Feelings.
Yeah, we should put up a poll when everybody gets theirs and like they vote on who would be the peg warmer in the set.
Jeez, no, that would be hurtful.
Dean says that because he knows
I
that
deserve
he's
that.
gonna win.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Dean.
Dean's the chase foil. Come on.
Don't let Zach hear you say that. He's gonna get mad.
I hate you guys. The Blooper sticker and 2 random figure stickers. Patreon.com/collectingweekly, $5 a month get you sticker. The digital benefits, $7.50 is the stickers, $15 and $25 are the certified crispy and What Guy tiers respectively. I really hate this new streamer layout. YouTube channel members, 12-inch Moose Dream, Absolute Irwin, Alex Black, Alvin J, Arelis Delgado, Aaron Salazar, Aaron Broverman, Ben Thomas, Big Rib, Bob Dylan, Chris V, Clinton Martin, CT63, DJ Eddie Money Mendez, Gare Bear, Harry Dempsey, Hodor, Howard Potts, Mike's Adventure World, Manny Fresh 369, Jake, our fucking favorite. Also, just to be clear, these I don't update these that often. I try to add, but it's tough to remove, to go through all these lists and remove. So I did pull from the active list, though. Justin Sports Card, Jazzy.
Take an AI
King Dingle.
screenshot. Take an AI screenshot and say, compare this to the previous screenshot and tell me which names are missing. That's what I did recently. It actually worked really well.
Luke Skywalker, LV Vendor 702, Figure in a Bubble, Mr. Sketch, OG Fan, 16 Figure Focus, Philip the Fool, Ron E, S Beam, Sam Gisp, Sean Forrester, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Stephen Krett, Trevor Weed, Universal Key, and Yomo. You become a YouTube channel membership at that link there. If you want to shoot it with your phone, you get for 99 cents. If you're a Patreon, you get loyalty badges and custom chat emojis and weekly shoutouts, or $2.99 if you're not in the Patreon. Here's a look at the icons and the different chat emojis. We also have a TeePublic if you want to support us there, and taking a look at the shows. We have OFAC, Small Talk, and Movie Night alternating Thursdays, Just Another Friday Nights on Fridays, CW every Tuesday at 8:30, and After Dark Wednesdays at 10:30. Peaches is a custom emoji. What? It's a mango, bro. It's a mango. In the chat, mango means like you're getting some from a lovely lady. You're getting the mango. That's, if you know, you know. But anyways, anyone have any shout outs that we want to give? Actually, I do. Shout out to all of you guys. 75,000 is a milestone that I didn't think was ever possible. And, you know, certainly would not have been without everyone's hard work and effort to do that. So, you know, I know a lot of you guys have been here for a long time, you know, especially Eddie and Fern and Manny and just everyone, Ian and Pete, Sean, Chris. I don't leave anybody out, but there's just been so many people that are part of this, and you know, some people play roles that might not be as public, but they do, you know, they do a lot. You know, like Victoria obviously is never really on the show, but you know, every time I'm here, she's there watching Vivi or watching the dogs. You know, my parents. I think my dad was the first like person that really invested in CW, buying equipment. I know we've kind of always been known for like having some pretty solid equipment, even back in the day. You know, just helping us with equipment, helping us buy stickers in the beginning, helping us, you know, afford things when, you know, before we had Patreon to make it a little bit easier. And yeah, there's just been a ton of people that have, you know, been here for us that, you know, you guys might not see as visually as others. My daughter also, she sacrifices dad time for this, and you know, she's been helping with the vlogs a little bit, getting a little bit more interested in that. So.
Oh, dude. You guys went to where did you guys go in this last vlog? Walmart. Vivi was so excited to see it changed because they remodeled it. Yeah. And she was like, "What the fuck? It's the same shit."
No,
it was really funny. Her little intro that she gave.
Okay, because I think in that part of the store it's pretty much the same, but it was different once we got inside.
Oh, yeah.
I think I may have cut the audio off.
Yeah, because she gave like an intro. Like I was like, "Oh, I'm
she was so excited," and then I was like, "Oh, okay, like that's interesting that you want to do that." And then I think she was a little less, impressed. And also, I found out we did the hit or miss wrong. The little Jello thing. I thought it was like whether you like the flavor or not, but you bite it, and if it shoots out of your mouth, that's a miss. But if it shoots in your mouth, that's a hit. And you're supposed to just go through all of them. So we're gonna do that.
Why would you want to?
It's just a fun. I don't know. The kids do it. I don't know.
Yeah, but then you waste it. Usually like $2.
It's $2 for like 20 of those things. They're fucking like 50 cents a piece. There's a ton of them in the box. I don't know. She was really excited, and I'm glad to see that she's getting more excited about this stuff. So, that's my shout-outs.
Yeah, shout out Lane the Legend Kramer, Marco for donating the t-shirts, Zach, I believe, for the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Natalie G for the Mark 15.
Natalie G.
Sweet Natalie G.
Can't do a ton of giveaways without people contributing, so thank you guys. Thank you for Zach for keeping the show going, keeping the minions in check, as they say. I give Zach a lot of guff, but he really is the captain of the ship. Co-captain. I do my part.
No,
I do. You just don't see it. The people come to me.
Not co-captain.
Yeah, co-captain.
Well, no, we're both captains, but there's co-captain would be like that's not how that works.
Anyway, shout out to him. Shout out to everybody who makes the show go, not only on screen but off. You guys sitting at home tuning in, thank you.
All the time
for you guys wouldn't be here. So huge shout out to y'all. I'm excited for the next 75K. So we'll hit the ground running. Like Zach said, job's not finished. We got a ways to go. So shout out to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well said. Quick couple of shout outs. Shout out to Collecting Weekly. I remember when I started watching YouTube, you guys were already doing the like this whole thing, and you guys seemed YouTube famous to me at 2,000 subscribers. And so I feel like 75,000 subscribers just fits to me the way that I've always felt about you guys. I love you guys, but you guys are my like brothers, and honestly, like this is more than a show for me. This is more than just like talking about figures. This is always I need to get some boys time in tonight. I was excited, had some good belly laughs with you guys, and so congrats on the number, but like it takes a ton of work putting these shows together. I never realized how hard YouTube was until I started it myself, and like it takes a lot to get it to this point, so it's a huge accomplishment. Shout out, of course, on a sad note, to the families in Texas. I've been reading a little bit more about that and hearing a little bit more, and like that's a terrible experience. So shout out to those families. If anybody, anybody's affected out there who's watching maybe right now, hopefully we could bring you guys some laughs today. And then shout out to Manny369. He's one of your newer channel members. He just became a Nut King on Let's Get Nuts, which is awesome. Sounds like his family is going through some difficult times right now. So he messaged me the other day just to say, hey, like finding Collecting Weekly in your channel has really made some of these hard days go a lot smoother. I'm paraphrasing, but it was a really lovely comment to receive, and it made me feel good about the fact that we could bring some light into some dark days for one of our buddies out there. And if you ever need anything, man, these guys are here, and so am I. So keep us posted. So, but yeah, love you all, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, Manny, we live in San Antonio, so we can go grab a meal or whatever. So let us know, bro. Always here for you guys. Yeah, that's a tough one. The Texas stuff, it's
Yeah.
A lot of things that go.
I didn't
into
realize how
them.
close it was to San Antonio until just the other day. So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I want to give a shout out to Badfish and Equan. We've been and Badfish's wife. We've been doing some gaming with Dean as well. We've been playing Peak and Repo. It's been really fun. Me and
Bro, fuck
Badfish.
Steam.
What happened?
The Tattletale that I got the games. I was like, I'm gonna surprise them.
Oh, I didn't know. You surprised me. I didn't know.
Badfish said you both saw it, but
I didn't see it at all. You think I watch what you're doing on Steam?
Yes.
No, but we the other day I think we were on the show. It might have been After Dark, and Equan and Badfish were playing Peak, and they had peaked together, and I was like, what the fuck? I want to peak. And I was like, let's run it back, kind of as a joke. But they're like, nah, fuck it, we'll run it back. And dude, we fucking peaked together, and it was insane. My controller died at the last second, and I almost fucking ejected myself off the cliff. It was crazy. That game is so crazy. I've
ejected myself all kinds of places, never a cliff.
Dude, I have this like irrational fear of heights, and that game gives me the heebie-jeebies. I do not like it. And they want to play it again, but I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. The game's too much for me. Manny Fresh 369 with a super chat. Thank you all, the whole crew. Appreciate you all. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, bud.
Love you, buddy.
Hell yeah, man.
Dude, I want to peek with y'all about the game.
We should do it this weekend. I'm down. I'm down to clown.
He's gonna wear his Labubu costume. Just saying.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Any more shout outs that you guys want to give? Anyone here?
No, I mean thanks. Also, thanks I guess to the folks who donated for the giveaways. That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that is
cool.
really cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're very, very blessed because not that, worst case scenario we could have come up with something, but it's a little less pressure on us, and everything's fucking more expensive. So appreciate that.
By the way, keep your fingers crossed. My birthday had just came up last month, but the girlfriend told me what my birthday present is going to be, which is we're still kind of figuring out. But she's making me a CW hat, like a custom CW hat. So at some point I'll have a new this week, and I'll be able to rock a CW hat because I hate styling my hair on Tuesdays. So CW.
I just gave up, bro. I haven't combed my hair in months.
Just gave up.
Love you guys. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight for our 75,000 subscriber special. We'll be back tomorrow after dark, 10:30. Be there, be square. Love
We're
you
eating
guys.
hot dogs.
Oh yeah, I can't wait, dude.
This is baby.
What do you think, Dean? Prediction for tomorrow: over under a minute for hot dog.
For me, I'm definitely beating that guy we've watched. 40 seconds to eat a fucking hot dog?
No, it was like a minute and 30 seconds.
Do you guys have one of those Do you guys have one of those face masks though that you can like eject a hot dog from your throat if it gets checked? I just consider it. You can buy them at Canadian Tire. I'm pretty sure.
Hang on. What's the rule though? What's the rule, Dean? Can we drink like water while we're doing it?
It's a single hot dog, so if you need it, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Well, like as an emergency. I don't want to fucking die on stream, bro.
This seems like a bad choice. Yeah, I'm worried about you guys. Make sure you have a vacuum pump.
I'm scared.
Or at
Now
least
that
a
Ben
vacuum
said that,
cleaner.
bro. I'm scared.
Yeah.
What is this
I know.
device that you're talking about that can suck a hot dog out of your throat?
It's a
Ben's in the sex toy aisle.
You just said it like, oh, we got it in Canada.
No, Ben, I know you. I have one. I really
Yeah,
don't.
right? Like it's like a if
It's
you're
a mask.
choking and
It has an air like accordion thing on it, and you shove the air through. It's supposed to
or pull it
unclog
out.
whatever you got, or
like
pull it out.
Yeah, yeah. So
Wow. Okay. I almost choked on a Mexican pizza when I was 7 years old.
That makes sense.
Jesus Christ.
I've been wanting to say that out loud for a long time.
I choked on
been a
French
much shorter
onion
life.
soup.
This is a
I'm
safe
afraid of
place.
French
My
onion
ex
soup
could
now.
suck a hot dog out of a throat. Jesus. Are we talking about a flashlight? All right, bye, guys. Bye. I'm Zach.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that was. I'm Zach.
That's worse than Lane. I'm Dean.
Okay, you know
I'm
what?
Marco.
I'm Ben.
Get him out of here.
Mike.
Love you guys. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.